Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Back the Log Off. I'm Professor Icepick, and today we're going to be going back to The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the Third. And it's another filler stream! Yay! So, if you only really care about the main storyline, feel free to skip this one. You probably won't miss much. But if you're like me and are really interested to see just where everything here goes, well, let's start up then. So yeah, I'd like to get through at least two things this time. I want to finish up all the remaining doors. And I want to see if I can power level everyone else in my party. Oh, that's another one I forgot. Jeez, okay, well maybe... Okay... Just want to check one thing before I get started. Yeah, there's a cheat sheet for Sundoor 5. I'm not gonna resort to that yet, but I do at least want to figure out what I need to have on me in order to get in there. All level 5 quartz are... Oh, here we go. Okay, so I need to have to be equipped by the active party or in the inventory. So I need the topaz gem, the water gem, sapphire, ruby, emerald, wind, wood, onyx, gold, silver, and mirage. Okay, cool. I can live with that. Alright, well, I guess we'll start with that then, just because sort of the most ornate of the bunch. Let's see, who else do we need to get up to? Okay, redo. Okay, so let's see, we need to level up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's gonna take a little more time than I thought. Kept on forgetting characters, honestly. I don't know why. I like all these guys, but... Alright, so... For the time being...
Let's move out.
There we go, that's a little better. Okay, let's check out my inventory. Okay, so quartz, we've got... we are missing a few. Okay, so we got water gem, sapphire gem, ruby gem. We got emerald. We got wood, so we're missing wind. Onyx. No gold. Missing silver and mirage as well. Okay. So it also says that we need to check the ones in the inventory. So let's see. So we got gold and silver there. Okay. We got ruby and water there. Ruby, water, topaz, gold. Okay. Onyx, silver. Okay, so I just need mirage. That's it. That's what I don't have on me currently. Mirage. Okay, now that should be all of them. So we're just going to save again. Because supposedly just even having them in your active character's inventory counts, so... The darkness is lit by Septium's light, and that light shall act as a guide to all who have lost their way. Present for me all of the mystical gems that contain that light. Only then shall the door open. Yep, okay, we got it. It's trivia time! Sun Chamber. I shall grant you a memory fragment in my blessing. Hey.
Hey, how have you been doing? It's me! You remember me, right? Thanks for coming all this way to see me. I hope we both have enough fun to make it worth your while. What? What am I even doing here? You didn't really ask me that, did you? Now, a boy's gotta have his secrets. Anyway, let's move on to more important matters, shall we? I've got something really fun in store for you today. It's called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? In case you didn't already realize, this is a game full of fun pop questions to see how well you know your trails. Ready to give it a go? You are, right?
Become a millionaire? Yes.
Very nice. I was hoping you'd say that. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'd better go and get changed. I won't keep you waiting too long, okay?
Magnificent. It even uses the best music. Campy's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Trails in the Sky. This is incredible. I already love this. This was already worth it.
Well, let's get started then, shall we? I hope you're ready.
Question. Oh, yellow. Bingo.
She's just one adorable girl you never want to change, isn't she? Adorable. Simply adorable.
Wow, Black Fang. God.
Quite the fitting name for someone who fights from the shadows like him, don't you think?
Yep.
Lemon State's famous for an awful lot of things. It's where the Epstein Foundation operates out of, too. And wasn't she just darling in that outfit? The name's actually a combination of Very Large Mountain and the Big Dipper asterism. I bet you didn't know that. The two of them look so alike, huh? You can see the family resemblance in more ways than one.
Oh, okay, that was a guess.
It only gets raised 3 times a day, you know.
Oh, wait, really?
That was the tower Ren was stationed at when we were trying to release the Oriole in 2nd chapter, as it so happens.
Oh, crap. Oh, a sibling.
No blindly guessing now.
Oh, I see. Strega, obviously.
Fun fact, 1203 is actually this company's 50th anniversary.
Ayo, minigame man.
You did it! Hehe, you're amazing! Wow, you actually managed to get every question right. Well done.
Well, no, I didn't. Rank 8, huh? Okay, so I got 100 mirror for that.
Yay, you did it! I knew you could! Well, I've had plenty of fun for today, so I think I'll go do my own thing now. If you ever feel like another round, though, you know where to find me. Bye-bye for now!
Side story, Campanella's quiz game finished. Sunny days. Rank 8 received 100 mirror. Received septium bullets. Learn the recipe for septium bullets. Congrats, you can now play the hard difficulty. You can select the difficulty after entering the sun door and deciding whether or not to play another round. Okay, I actually kind of want to do that. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to play some more of this. The path has already been opened. Open the door and step inside. Open the door? Yes. Meow.
Why, hello, you came back to see me again, did you? Well, aren't you just a doll? So would you like to play another round?
Yes. Hard mode.
Very nice. I was hoping you'd say that. Well, if you'll excuse me, I better go and get changed. I won't keep you waiting too long, okay?
Oh, okay, so he did change up his...
Well, let's get started then, shall we? I hope you're ready.
Anton, of course.
Hee how many more failures is the poor guy going to have before he finds someone?
What's the name of the... Okay, yep, that's right.
One from 1183, no less. I hear it's sold for 500,000 mirror at auction. It must be delicious.
What is the name of the... Oh, that's green, yeah.
He loves that thing, doesn't he? He didn't even take it off when getting into the hot springs.
Number 15. Yep, number 15.
Yeah, the 15th major arcana is the devil. It fits her very well, doesn't it?
Yep, social studies.
Incidentally, science and math is in a course available at the academy.
Number 2.
Haha, speaking of him, I wonder who's stronger between him and Cassius.
Oh, crap, he was... Right.
No blindly guessing now.
What's the name of the... Ooh, okay.
Ah, no blindly guessing now.
Yep, Lionhearted.
Hehe, I can't imagine calling him anything other than low, personally.
Okay, I got it.
The 13th major arcana is death. It fits him very well, doesn't it? You did it! Hehe, you're amazing! Wow, you actually managed to get every question right. Well done.
Well, no, I didn't, actually. Ah, rank 8 again, huh?
Yay, you did it! I knew you could. Well, I had plenty of fun for today, so I think I'll go do...
Okay, well, I'm not gonna read that again, then.
Bye-bye for now.
Rank 8. Ooh, enigmatic stew. Okay. Congrats, you can now play the brutal difficulty. Okay. Okay, so... So I guess they just count it as you got everything right if you don't, like, fail out of it, which is, of course, possible if you... The path has already been opened. Open the door and step inside. I kind of want to get this achievement, even though I don't want to get the Abyss bosses one, but this one I think I could do, honestly. Why, hello, you came back to... Alright. Play and brutal. Very nice, I was hoping you'd say that. Okay, yep.
Well, let's get started then, shall we? I hope you're ready.
How many chapters?
Aw, damn it. Aw, is that really the best you can do?
Okay, that one I remembered.
That means a star sign is Sagittarius.
Okay, that's crap.
Damn it, the despair. Oh, is that really the best you can do?
Oh my god, I was actually...
Try it one more time. Oh, pooh, it looks like you're out of the game.
Well, we're gonna try that again, because...
Aw, that was too bad. So what would you like to do now? Ready to give it another shot?
Yes.
Very nice. I was hoping you'd say that.
If you'll excuse me. Okay, so let's... Alright, let's see.
Ah, blade, of course.
Oh, right, okay. Which of the following is... Work hat.
There is an item called the work helmet, but no hats, I'm afraid.
Anton!
I'm not sure either of them have very good odds of finding partners.
Ooh.
Ah!
Okay, well... Man, these are some very obscure... Maniac is going to be something else, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna try that again. Okay, well, let's try that again. Alright. Oh, Haze and Heal, obviously.
It's quite the useful quartz to have set when you're on the move.
Okay.
That's quite a lot, too, when you think about it.
Oh, Okay, yep, I remember that.
Teresa's life certainly seems to have a lot of ups and downs, doesn't it? Ah, of course. No blindly guessing now.
Ah, why am I so... Oh, okay, well, fair. I got closer that time. Guess I would like to try again. Okay, good.
Meow. If you got that last question right, I'm sure you know what this means, right?
To the following... Oh, work hat. Okay, finally, a repeat. Okay.
Hehe, instant death just has such a beautiful ring to it, doesn't it?
Damn it.
Oh, is that really the best you can do?
22. That one I remember.
There's actually a reference to the 13 factories in that story. How did it get there? Hehe, don't ask me, you naughty thing.
Okay, that's August... Ah, August 7th. Wow, same birthday as my best friend. Funky. What is the combination? Oh, okay. Okay, good. Remember that.
Wow, I'm impressed you even knew that one. Nicely done.
What was the neat name of... Ah, Spinach.
No blindly guessing now.
All right, well, that's the closest I've made it so far. I'm trying again. I think I might actually be able to get it this time. Especially if I can get any more repeats. Speaking of repeats...
Well, there are people who say eating spinach gives you strength. I suppose it makes sense.
Harold and Scott.
Their superior Ashton sure doesn't seem to have an easy life, does he?
Oh, we're... Okay.
Nuh-uh, try one more time.
Okay.
That means her star sign is Leo.
Okay, yep. Thelma, huh?
Oh, is that really the best you can do? Weissman's voice is weirdly sexy, isn't it? If not for its elemental values, I'm not sure why anyone would want to equip this thing, really.
Okay, this is it.
Ah, so close.
Ah, almost had it. Okay, I think I might be able to get it this time. Literally one question shy. Okay. Okay, got that one. Over 1,000.
Hee, now that's what I call a repertoire.
Alma.
She's also a student of Genis Royal Academy, too, as well as a member of its archery club.
Oh, crap. Blade, right. Damn it. Ah.
Oh, is that really the best you could do?
Ah, damn it. Okay. All right. Nope, that was my bad. Whoops. All right. Once more.
This is the river that carries water to Valeria Lake, too.
5. All right.
Don't go forgetting the shining ones now. Oh, you didn't? That's a good player.
Oh, damn it.
Gambler Jack's actually banned in Erebonia, and only because it's set in Calvard. What a shame. There is a cat suit, though, just not a cat costume.
Yep, okay. Remember, it's a blade that whittles away life. All right. There we go. We made it.
It's quite the useful quartz to have set when you're on the move. You did it! You're amazing! Wow, you actually managed to get every question right. Well done!
Ooh, rank 4. Cool.
Wow, I wasn't expecting you to be able to beat that one. You really do know your trails. Well, I've had plenty of fun for today.
Okay, yep.
Bye-bye for now.
Side story, Campanella's, rank 4, and swiftness. Congrats, you can now play the Maniac. You can select the difficulty after blah 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 blah. Okay. One more left. This is it. This is for all the marbles and the achievement. Open the door and step inside. Open the door, yes. Maniac here.
Very nice. I was hoping you'd say that. Well then. Well, let's get started then, shall we? I hope you're ready.
Okay, what is the maximum level? 99, really?
Nuh-uh, try one more time.
Really? Okay, fair enough then. Okay, good.
Zeke's supposed to be able to fly at a speed of 100... of 1,800 Selga per hour in a straight line. Hee, he's one amazing bird, isn't he?
Okay, collectively form. Oh, 6. Duh.
If you ever have time, give the others a try.
Yeah, I wish I could. They're not in English, though, so. 1 Torum is equivalent to.
Ah, nuh-uh. Try one more time.
I just guessed that one.
Mitt was the name of the orbital factory owner in them. Ein Selnet was based on a real person. What about him?
What is the name of Ren, and N? Yep, there you go.
Nice name, isn't it? Bet you didn't even realize it was totally made up.
I only have 1 left. What is the name of Pedro's master? Gaston!
Ah, damn it.
Okay. I actually did better on that one than I was expecting, honestly. Alright, let's do this. Play Maniac. Alright. Hope I luck out with some more of these, like, easy questions. Oh. Mira.
Are you okay on Mira? Got enough? This difficulty level pays out fairly well, but Mira isn't free. You have to earn it.
So good. 100 meters, right. Yep, okay.
What are the first 2 words of the... Oh, no blindly guessing now.
Okay, what is a statistic that doesn't... Oh, charisma, of course.
If this was really a statistic, I bet Lowe's would be really high.
What is the name of the vocal track? Oh, I swear. Yep.
Listening to this just makes you feel like all the hardships you endured were worth it, doesn't it?
Okay, what is a... Oh, okay, that's mixed. Yep. Okay. 1 reggae is equivalent to...
Whew! This is the unit used to show the size of the fish you catch in SC, incidentally. By the way, my level is top secret. Hehe, you didn't really think I'd tell you, did you?
Ah, damn it.
No blindly guessing now.
Well, I made it anyway.
You did it! Hehe, you're amazing!
Yeah, only rank 7, huh?
Amazing! You've conquered the maniac difficulty! You maniac! Pun absolutely intended. Well, that's all I've got. I've had lots of fun hanging out with you, you know. Oh, but feel free to swing by again anytime. I'm always up for brushing up on my trails. Ta-ta, babe!
You know too much. We did it. I didn't even have to cheat. I didn't even have to cheat my way to victory. I did not look up a single answer. I just guessed my way through it. And I'm proud of that. Okay. With that done, it's Star Door time! Okay, so the first one we need...
Your aid, please!
Olivier and... Mueller. Star Doors and... Bring to me the playful minstrel and his closest ally against the beast they seek to overcome. Yep, they're clearly talking about the Erebonian government, so... Bring to me the playful minstrel and his closest ally against the beast they seek to overcome. Only then shall the door open. Yep, bingo! We nailed it. Star Chamber. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. 1 month after the collapse of the Liber Arc. The banquet to celebrate the crisis' successful resolution was over, with Estelle and her friends having largely left the capital to go elsewhere. One of them, however, Prince Olivert Rise Arnor, sat rather comfortably in the ambassador's office in Granzel's Erebonian embassy, his work in the country not quite settled. I can't believe that you... I mean, my deepest apologies for not noticing that you were His Highness Prince Olivert sooner.
Prince Olivert sooner? Brr.
Oh god, I should have known. Oh, I'm not surprised you never realized. I may be a prince, but my mother was a commoner. What point is there in bothering to remember my face? It's not as though I often showed myself in the palace or attended high society gatherings. Knowing me certainly isn't going to help you in moving up the ranks, my friend.
There's no need to be so humble, Your Highness.
Besides, I'm actually rather grateful to you, Ambassador. You gave me all kinds of useful advice during my stay here at the embassy that I'm sure will be to my benefit in the future. Well meant words such as, act like a man of the Empire for once in your life, and stop idling here, go home and try doing some damned work.
But Your Highness, I was only...
Your Highness, I think you've tormented him enough for one day. The ambassador behaved in the same way any other sane man would in his position. If anything, I'd say he has every right to be angry at us for keeping the truth from him for so long.
But Mueller!
I suppose you're right. I'll spare him any more teasing for now. I actually wasn't joking about being grateful to you, though. You truly have done admirable work over the past month.
I have?
Acting as a pipeline with the Empire, checking the safety of Erebonians residing in Liberal, helping the international liner service to resume. And those are only the tip of the iceberg. You've done so much more. You have my deepest thanks as a prince of the Empire.
But I'm not worthy of such praise, Your Highness. You, however, deserve the utmost for braving the danger you did flying up to the library. All what happened seems to have caused quite the commotion in our homeland. So the people seem to be rather relieved now that they know the danger is past. It's all thanks to your courage that they are able to rest easy.
Oh, there's no point in flattering me, Ambassador. I just did what I could. Nothing more, nothing less. And I couldn't have done anything alone. All I was able to accomplish was thanks to the help of those around me. I'm fairly removed from the stereotype of Erebonians as stern, strong, and self-sufficient, if I do say so myself.
As rude as it may be to agree, perhaps you're correct. And yet I believe your willingness to be flexible most definitely helped rather than hindered you here. I believe people like you are exactly what the Empire is going to need in the future, regardless of how I may feel about His Excellency the Chancellor's approach.
Ambassador? Well, this is a surprise. I was under the impression that you supported the Chancellor. Then again, you are a noble. Does that lead you to oppose his reformist policies, perhaps?
I may be a noble on paper, but I'm only a baron. All in all, I generally fall in favor of his reformist policies. Be that as it may, while this may just be the result of being in Libel for so long and being influenced by the ways of its people, I do sometimes find myself becoming frightened by his hardline approach. I can't help but wonder exactly what direction he's trying to take our old nation.
Interesting.
Your Highness?
Oh, I was just thinking that I'm quite glad to have taken the chance to engage in such fruitful talk with you just before departing the country. And I pray you will continue doing all you can to ensure the peace of Liberal and its surrounding nations while I'm gone. Preferably in cooperation with Ambassador Cochrane.
Yes, let's not forget her, I suppose. Still, it's true that since the non-aggression pact was signed, there has been some progress with regards to the crossbell problem.
Yes! It keeps coming back!
And given that it was Liberal who proposed said pact, that makes my role in future negotiations very important indeed. I presume that is what you're trying to say?
You're a sharp one, my good man. Excellent. Now I can return to the capital with my mind at ease.
Leave everything here to me, Your Highness. I will be looking forward to hearing what you achieved back in our homeland.
This truly is a country like no other. I never thought the day would come when I would hear things like that from a noble of the Empire.
Indeed. He's apparently somewhat less of an obstinate man than I thought he was. Perhaps this nation's very air has the power to genuinely change people.
It seems to have had an effect on you, too. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more smiles from you these days than I used to.
I'm loath to admit it, but that may well be true. I still find myself wishing that you would learn from librarian's dignity and sense of restraint, however. Two qualities you don't particularly possess in any measure. In fact, you have far too much of their opposites.
You say that, but these qualities are the only weapon that I have. I don't have much that will allow me to compete against the Chancellor. I need to use what little happens to be tucked away in my corner as best I can. Have there been any changes to our plans?
None. We should be able to proceed as arranged. 3 days ago, the Chancellor left the capital on a tour of Eastern Erebonia. Tomorrow you will be returning there abroad. Abroad, what am I saying? Tomorrow you'll be returning there aboard the Arcel while it's still out in the east. All those who need to be made aware of our return have been given proper notice. Your arrival in Erebonia will make a real impact. Of that I am certain.
What potential obstructions to the plan are there at present?
Nothing major. There have been some movements in the Intelligence Division's 4th subdivision, but not much. There's a chance that everyone is being cautious because the Arcel is involved. But I'd put greater odds on the idea that everyone is just treating this as a pompous performance by you, and not taking it seriously.
Well, they'd be right to. It is. I've no choice but to start here, even if it means I have to use the library. And if I'm going to put on a show, why not put on the finest one the skies have ever seen?
I suppose I can't argue that.
I'm sorry to trouble you at this late hour, Your Highness. A message has arrived from you from Heimdallr. What would you have me do? Really? All right, come in. Pardon me. Wait a second. Well, if it isn't Lecter. I was wondering where you'd been. I haven't seen you all day. I've been exceptionally busy with work since this morning, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to be able to come and see you earlier since you will be leaving tomorrow. I'm terribly sorry for not being able to. Oh, never mind that. If that work of yours is done now, we three could always enjoy some sensual quality time together for the remainder of the night.
So what was the message from the Capital Secretary?
They've acknowledged receipt of His Highness's message. However, they didn't anticipate that you may be able to arrive all the way from Grancel in less than half a day. As such, they're currently in a minor panic trying to ensure everything's ready for the ceremony tomorrow.
That doesn't come as a surprise. There's nothing like the Arcel when it comes to speed at home.
How cruel you both are for so deftly ignoring my proposal. Although it sounds as though the stage will be set in time, now I need to decide on an outfit that will leave everyone's jaws on the floor to sweeten my arrival. Perhaps a glistening coat and white loincloth will do the trick. That'd make a grand impact, all right. I almost wish I could go along and see it myself.
Please don't encourage him.
You show remarkable promise for someone so young. What do you say to coming back on the Arcel with me? I'd welcome your company. Your work here in Library is just about done as it is, isn't it?
Your offer is certainly tempting, but I'm afraid I have another job to take care of soon. The thought is appreciated, of course.
Really? Well, that is a shame. Good luck with that next job of yours.
Thank you. Well, if you'll excuse me.
So it's Lecter.
So that is Second Secretary Lecter Arundel? Is it safe to assume he's one of the Chancellors?
Almost definitely, yes. He came through Hacken Gate on foot and took up his new position at the embassy a month ago. And right around the same time we headed to the library about the Arcel at that. There's no way that could possibly be coincidence.
No, it couldn't. The most likely possibility seems to be that he's part of the Intelligence Division. Are you sure not doing anything regarding him all this time was a good idea?
Oh, absolutely. We needed some way to find out what the Chancellor was up to, after all. We'll probably get some kind of reaction from the Chancellor through his reports at some point. Probably in about 2 weeks when the Chancellor's tour is finished.
You'd planned that far ahead all along, had you? Well, in that case, I'll be sure that we're ready.
I'll be counting on you, love. Oh?
Something the matter?
Not really. It's just that the moon has come out. And what a beautiful full moon it is.
It's strange to think that this will be the last time we'll see the moon from here. Truth be told, I'm going to miss it.
Well, well, it looks like putting a smile on your face a little more often isn't the only thing Libral's done for you. It's opened up your eyes to life's natural beauty as well. But in all seriousness, we'll just have to do all we can to be able to come back and see it again one day, while we're both still alive.
Indeed.
Aw. That sure was a story. The next morning... Oh, and it's not over. Your Majesty, Your Highness, I humbly thank you both for your generosity. Your Majesty, Your Highness, I humbly thank you both for your generous hospitality during my stay in your fine kingdom. You were even gracious enough to humor my brazen request of escorting me back on to Heimdallr aboard the Arsile. This debt I owe you will be repaid many times over in the future. Rest assured of that.
Oh, you needn't think of this as anything we went out of our way for. Escorting an honored state guest back home is a matter of course. Particularly a guest to whom we owe a great debt of gratitude.
If you ever have the opportunity, please do come back to Library again in the future. I imagine Estelle and Joshua will be back by then, too. So we'll all be able to give you a nice warm welcome.
I'm already excited for my next visit. Have they left the country yet, by the way? They're busy getting ready to leave over in Roland at the moment, I believe. I'm planning to see them off when the time comes. I see. Incidentally, while the ruins of Hamel are currently sealed off, I'll do what I can on my end to ensure they are allowed inside. Could I trouble you to pass that along to them? Certainly. Thank you very much, Your Highness. Oh, think nothing of it. It's the least I could do after all they've done for me. I owe you a great deal too, Cassius. If not for your assistance, stopping that armor division from crossing into Librel wouldn't have been as simple as it was. Ha! I could say the same to you. Still, as I'm sure you're aware, that outcome will have been well within the realm of possibility for the Chancellor. I doubt he was even surprised by the incident.
Really?
Most likely not. Erebonia had nothing at all to gain from using that situation to occupy Librel. Certainly not to the extent that it would be worth going out of their way to develop inefficient steam tanks. The only reason I can see for him doing what he did
was as a show of power to surrounding nations, a statement that even without orbital power, Erebonia's army could still act. I did suspect that was his true aim all along.
Goodness!
So you did notice. The orbital shutdown phenomenon was a complete unknown to the rest of the continent. Perhaps it might never occur again, but there's always the chance it might, whether it's here or somewhere else entirely.
I hear the Empire only built a relatively small number of those tanks in all, too. Certainly not enough to launch a full-scale invasion. By the sounds of it, they were just put together in Reinford's factories using parts intended for standard orbital tanks.
But as it stands, the know-how to put together tanks like that only exists in the Empire. And in these unpredictable times, no other nation has the time or resources to try and develop extremely inefficient steam-powered weaponry. In a sense, because of what just happened, the Imperial Army's effect as a deterrent is even greater than ever. He's using war as a diplomatic tool, and very effectively at that.
None of this had even occurred to me. I have a long way to go before I'm fit to be the ruler of this country.
Don't beat yourself up too much about it. He's no ordinary foe, He's no ordinary foe to even the most hardened veterans. The Chancellor always seems to be thinking several steps ahead of the rest of the world. It's impressive, no matter what we may think of his actual ideas. I'm quite the reckless fool to be trying to challenge him, if I do say so myself.
Don't be silly, Your Highness.
How can you say that with a smile on your face is utterly beyond me? You should focus on building yourself a strong foothold to begin with. I do hope you'll be careful. No matter what may occur, be sure not to lose sight of exactly where you stand.
Of course, Your Majesty. If I were to go and bring shame upon myself now, I'd be wasting all the effort involved in escorting me back home. I'll be sure to take what you have said to heart.
Excuse me, Your Majesty. Excuse me, Your Majesty. Hilda? Whatever's the matter? It's not often I see you so flustered. My apologies, Your Majesty. It's just that a guest for you arrived all of a sudden at the castle. Ordinarily, I would not have rushed in while you were meeting with others, but the visitor is so irregular that I thought you should know at once. Irregular? How so?
It sounds like it's about time I take my leave then.
Actually, the visitor said he would like to greet you as well, and not just Her Majesty.
What?
Hilda, just who is this visitor?
Well, he introduced himself as Chancellor Goliath Osborne of the Erebonian Empire.
Oh shit. We actually get... Oh wow! Okay, this is clearly gonna be the final boss of the fucking Erebonia arc.
It's an honor to be granted a personal audience. I am Goliath Osborne, representative of the Imperial Government. My apologies for the abrupt intrusion.
So, you are Chancellor Osborne.
And it's a pleasure to see you again as well, Your Highness. It's been a year since we last met, has it not? I hope these passing
times. Yes, a year sounds about right. And still, while I hope you'll forgive me for asking, just what did prompt someone of your stature to appear at the castle without warning? I'd very much like to hear your side of the story.
My apologies, Your Highness. You see, these past few days I've been touring Eastern Erebonia on routine inspections. It's been going very smoothly, more so than I had initially anticipated. I had enough free time in my schedule to pay a cordial visit.
Oh my, is that so?
Naturally, I would have preferred to come here while the crisis was still unfolding like you yourself did, Your Highness. Unfortunately, the confusion in southern Erebonia was simply too pressing a matter, and I had no choice but to deal with that first. This was the first chance that presented itself to come here and meet directly with Her Majesty, so I acted with the utmost expediency. I hope you forget my lack of proper decorum in failing to give advance notice of my arrival.
That does make sense, at least. Regardless, please don't concern yourself with me. No doubt you wish to offer your greetings to Her Majesty.
My thanks, Your Highness. Well then, allow me to extend my most heartfelt greetings to both of you, Queen Alicia and Princess Claudia. It's abundantly clear that the crisis that unfolded here has been quite the ordeal for yourselves and for your nation's people. You have my deepest sympathies for the hardships you have endured, as well as my commendation for bringing the situation under control.
I thank you for your kind words, Your Excellency. If anything, we should be apologizing to you for the fact that the southern side of your nation was caught up in what should have been our problem. We should be the ones going to you rather than having you trouble yourself to come all the way to Liberal. I beg you to accept our apologies together with my deepest thanks for coming here today.
I would never ask for apologies. I've heard what happened was the work of a shadowy organization, stirring up trouble within your borders. Well, I meant well by sending a military force to aid you. I wouldn't have done something so careless had I known the truth of the matter. My actions were rash, foolish even, and I was rightfully reprimanded by His Imperial Majesty for them.
Oh my.
Fortunately, His Highness the Prince was able to act with all due haste to put right my misstep before even greater harm was done. I owe you a great debt of gratitude for that, Your Highness. And congratulations besides for your part in bringing an end to the crisis.
Oh, I did nothing out of the ordinary. I had a lot of help from Her Majesty, Her Highness, and Brigadier General Bright here, too.
Bright, you say?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Your Excellency. I am Cassius Bright, a Brigadier General in the Liberalian Royal Army.
Haha, the pleasure is all mine, I assure you. Your name is rather well known even in the Empire.
Not as much as yours is known here in Liberal, I would imagine. It's an honor to be able to speak with you in person. It's certainly a surprise to be able to, though. Coming here on a whim can't have been easy for a man as busy as yourself. It sounds as though I may have underestimated just how capable you truly are.
Not at all. I was greatly impressed to see the Royal Army's effectiveness in dealing with the tumult here. Your forces have proven powerful yet flexible, capable of dealing with emergencies ably and decisively. I might go so far as to say it embodies an ideal that the Imperial Army, with its swollen ranks, could never hope to realize.
You flatter us, Your Excellency. For your part, I hear you were responsible for the establishment of the Imperial Army's famed intelligence division. Our army is in desperate need of a new one of its own, so I find myself quite envious.
Haha, it almost sounds as though the two of us each want what the other has.
Haha, so it does. May I ask, Your Excellency, what will you be doing now? For my part, I'm intending to leave Liberal today, so I'm afraid I won't be around much longer.
Yes, so I've been told. I believe you're intending to make your grand arrival in Heimdallr aboard the famous Arsile.
I'm impressed you're already aware.
I almost wish I could return to Erebonia to be on board it alongside you. But alas, I'm afraid I have other business demanding my attention after I'm finished here. I'll be leaving Liberal separately this afternoon.
That is a shame. I would very much have liked to invite you to this evening's banquet.
Please, you need not go to such troubles on my account. I feel as though I've put you out enough showing up unannounced as I did, to say nothing of dining with such esteemed company. Still, I do have some time before the airship I'll be leaving on is due to depart. That being the case, might I ask for a little of your time, Your Highness? I have a few things I'd like to discuss with you personally. Huh.
Very well. I have some matters I would actually like to discuss personally with you as well.
What a fortuitous coincidence!
Allow me to have a room arranged for the two of you to have your discussion, then. Hilda, if you would. Certainly, Your Majesty.
Oh, why did I give him such a gruff voice?
It's obvious that Her Majesty is quite the tea fancier if this blend is anything to go by. The fragrance, the temperature, the taste, I'd be hard-pressed to find fault with any of it. I've always been more of a coffee man myself, but I have no doubt that I'd be content with a cup of this at my desk each morning.
As much as I agree with you, I don't believe we're here to talk about beverages. So, shall we get right to the point? What did you want to discuss with me?
Ha ha! I see your sojourn in Liberal has proven most fruitful.
Pardon?
When we last spoke, you struck me as a bright, flexible young man. And no doubt you still are, but now I see in you a resilient inner strength girding those aspects. I'm sure His Majesty will be most delighted with your personal development.
Meanwhile, I see you're the same fearless man I've always known you to be. More so, even. That crushing aura about you seems to have only grown with time. It's as if you feed on the resentment of those who live in the territories you annex.
Haha! Such harsh words, Your Highness! Personally, I prefer the term political unification. Annex can carry such negative connotations, you know. Since the end of the 100 Days' War, our army hasn't committed a single act of aggression. All our unifications have been entirely peaceful.
Oh, you're quite right about that. On the surface.
Oh?
It's amazing how similar the annexation process is every single time it happens. It starts with a small nation or independent state with an array of problems beyond repair. Those problems start to worsen, after which Jaegers and other dangerous elements enter, plunging public order to an all-time low. Desperate for a solution, the local government requests the help of the Imperial Army. Before they know it, they're part of the Empire.
Well, it's not as though I can deny what you're saying. Each instance does share certain commonalities. Still, it's to be expected, an inevitable consequence of the age of unchecked growth and progress in which we live. The Imperial Army is simply acting in the Empire's best interests, helping to stabilize our neighbors for the good of the Empire.
And it's understandable that they would. I do find myself rather curious why Intelligence Division members are going to such nations with such peculiar frequency. Well, before the problems I described worsen, no less.
Haha, I won't press as to where you came by such information, as curious as I am. But I will say this, at its most basic level, these actions are about risk management. It's because we've been acting to minimize such risks beforehand that the Army has been able to successfully quell each problem in turn.
With the small price of earning the disdain of the people in those nations, and an increased risk of terrorism in exchange. To tell you the truth, I'm rather astounded that you had the courage to come here to Liberal all on your own to begin with. After all, You've made yourself the biggest target for terrorists in all of Erebonia.
Haha, your concern is touching, Your Highness. I would ask that you not trouble yourself with my safety. I employ some very skilled subordinates tasked primarily with eliminating the risk of terrorist attacks against me.
Really now? That Lecter is one of those, I assume?
Haha, a rather peculiar fellow, isn't he? But a very useful one all the same. Working out the scheduling for this trip and taking all the necessary precautions to ward off terrorist threats were both his doing. And thanks to his commendable efforts, I can depart for Crossbell free from worries as soon as I've finished my business here.
Crossbell?
Are you surprised? I'll be participating in a top-secret discussion with a representative of the Crossbell government. Recently, a large amount of funding has been flowing into the country through Republican channels, putting our allies on the defensive. I'd always meant to visit at some point, and this seemed the perfect opportunity.
Are you out of your mind? Crossbell's full of enemies and different factions at each other's throats. I hear it's now even a hotbed for terrorists and criminal organizations because of its position as a buffer state. Does that really sound like a place the Erebonian Chancellor should be going or even on an unofficial visit?
I'm surprised to hear you advocating caution in the face of potential danger, Your Highness. After all, it was you who flew onto an ancient city at great risk to your own safety and returned unharmed after surveying it. Compared to such rousing risk-taking, my visit to Crossbell will be child's play. As I'm sure you're aware, you're regarded as something of a hero back in Erebonia now. To see a hero make a grand return befitting his newly minted legend, and aboard the famous R-Style no less. Naturally, our hero has also taken the time to ensure that every well-known newspaper and magazine are aware of his homecoming too. Oh, I have no doubts that your triumphant arrival will be every bit as glorious as it is played out in your imaginings, Your Highness. Haha! Do be sure to capitalize on this chance as best you can to build yourself a firm foothold. I expect great things from you after all.
Aw man, we was playing checkers, but he was playing chess.
Scree! Hey, buddy! You haven't changed a bit, huh? Scree, scree, scree! Scree! Scree, scree!
Really? Sounds like a ton's happened, huh? But it's nice to know you and your master are doing alright.
Scree! Lecter?
Well, well, good day to you, Your Highness. I pray I'm not causing any trouble by taking a tour of the castle like this. The view from this terrace certainly is beautiful, isn't it?
What happened to you, Lecter? How did you end up working for Chancellor Osborne?
I'm sorry, I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. Are you perchance mistaking me for someone else?
Your name is Lecter Arundel. You were the student council president at Genis Royal Academy, which you attended before leaving suddenly 2 years ago. So no, I am not mistaking you for someone else.
Ah, but that's where you're wrong, because my name is actually Lecterandel. Lecterandel. I can see how our names could become mixed up, however. They are scarily close. Still, now you know. Please, just call me Lech.
Don't try and joke around with me, Lecter! Do you have any idea how worried all of us were when you just disappeared without a word? You submitted your notice to leave the academy and then were never seen again. Even the otherwise calm Leo let out a cry of anger when he found out. And all Lucy could do was give a sad smile and say, "This is just like him," the whole time with tears in her eyes. Jill and Hans were heartbroken, and so was I. Yet after all that, after all this time, you finally show yourself, knowing full well that I'm here. And this is how you act? By pretending you're someone else? Lecter!
Sorry, no need for the scary glare. You're still taking things way too seriously. Looks like it'll take more than stepping up as Crown Princess to change that part of you.
Oh.
But you know, seeing you makes me feel kind of relieved. I always figured if someone like you became Crown Princess, you'd have virtually no freedom to do anything other than work. But from all that's reached my ears, it sounds like you're actually doing all right for yourself. And you even made some great new friends after I left the academy, didn't you? Nice!
I sure did. Nonetheless, it's thanks to you that I was able to change it all. You were the one who gave me the first push in the right direction. I never got the chance to thank you properly after you left, but all this time I've always been grateful to you.
Well, consider me honored. Do I get a kiss in return?
You do not. I may feel respect towards you, but nothing romantic.
Aw, that's a bummer. There was me, all taken in by how pretty you'd become, wondering if this could be the start of something downright magical. And what happens instead? My dreams of romance and sweet smooshes are crushed to nothing before they can even begin.
I know you don't mean a word of that, you know. You're looking very sharp yourself, though. It's surprising to see. Every time I've seen you before today, it was in that heavily frayed uniform worn in the most sloppy way imaginable.
Oh, I think you'll find I was merely making a fashion statement. That wasn't laziness or sloppishness. Every part of it was carefully calculated and considered to have maximum effect.
The scary thing is, I actually believe you. It always seemed as if you cared for nothing but having fun and causing trouble. Yet when it came down to it, you were wise beyond your years. And I've finally seen part of the reason behind that today. I'll ask you again, Lecter. How did you end up working for Chancellor Osborne like this? Just what happened to you between you submitting your notice to leave the Academy and now?
Do you now? I have to admit, I never imagined that would be the case. On the contrary, I was expecting you to tell me to back off.
Oh, Idios forbid! What reason would I have to suggest such a thing? After all, at the end of the day, our positions are functionally the same.
I'm not sure I understand.
Do you not think so? Personally, I find it difficult to believe that you would not harbor some hatred towards Erebonia as it is today. A grand empire clinging to the glories of a bygone era, ruled by the nobility and shackled by meaningless conventions. Am I wrong? People call me the Blood and Iron Chancellor as though I hold the whole of Erebonia in the palm of my hand. But in reality, my position is far more tenuous. I have supporters and allies in the capital, certainly, but outside its walls, the nobility holds far more sway than any of them. And while it is true I hold a great amount of power in the form of the Imperial Army, even then, I only truly command around 70% of it.
70% is a lot, dude.
The remainder is loyal to the nobility, who also maintain their own private armies. With those factor in, my advantage shrinks substantially. So you see, I'm still very much in the midst of a battle to truly exert control.
Which is why you're building railways all over the country to expand your area of influence. And you've been annexing new territory to that same end.
As I've long thought, you certainly understand me better than anyone else. That is why I'll say this once again. Work with me, Your Highness. With your support, our nation will be able to bring about real reform faster than ever. The noble faction, bloated with its centuries of decadence, can be stopped before they even have the chance to unify against us. Surely that's what you desire more than anything.
Let me just ask a simple question, Chancellor. What connection do you have with Ouroboros?
I'm afraid I'm not quite sure what you're asking. I will say this, however. I'm a firm believer in using every resource at my disposal in the name of achieving reform. That's the way I believe in handling politics.
Oh shit, he's Ouroboros. I see. Well, it certainly does seem as though we would see eye to eye in many ways. And that's all the more reason why I'm afraid I must refuse your offer.
Is that so?
Yes, I find it difficult to like the rotten noble faction that exists in the Empire. Or perhaps you're right that hate is the more appropriate word. But my feelings of fear towards your methods are far greater than my feelings of hatred towards the nobles. What you seem to be doing is trying to compel Erebonians with a delusive utopia to whip them into an enthusiastic frenzy. No doubt by successfully convincing the people, the old god will fall into the metaphorical firestorm created. And yet by then, the gears will have already begun turning. There will be no satisfying a roused populace with a thirst for revolution. The storm will just keep growing larger and more ravenous, engulfing anything and everything in its wake. You know this, don't you, Chancellor?
But of course! After all, that's what I intend to happen. It's the first stage of my reforms. I'd be more than happy to share further details with you if you were to decide to work with me, Your Highness. In the meantime, I wish you well in strengthening your foothold back in the Empire. Of course, if that's your intention, you'll find it a necessity to work with those nobles you so despise.
You truly do see through everything, don't you?
Well, that sounds like the noon bell. The airship should be arriving shortly.
Which means it's time for me to take my leave, I'm afraid. I look forward to seeing you again in the capital in 2 weeks' time. I take it the discussion is over then? What's wrong? You look awfully tired.
Oh, nothing. I'm just feeling odd and new at what a monster I've decided to pick a fight with.
Oh.
Oopsie! Oopsie! I think it's probably about time for the airship to arrive. I'm gonna have to stop you there and get going.
What?
See you, Zig! Next time I see you, I'll bring you some Erebonian salami as a souvenir, okay?
Scree! Wait! Are you planning to just disappear without telling me anything a second time?
Oh, got an important question for you. Did you fall in love with someone while I was away? Hit the nail on the head, huh? Aw, that's so cute. First love, right? How's that feel? Heart all aflutter 1 minute, end of the world the next?
Don't you dare start teasing me! But you're right, though. I did. He rejected me in this very spot not that long ago.
Wait, you're joking, right? There's a coincidence I didn't see coming.
I'm not so sure about that. It feels like you know everything sometimes.
I'm not some kind of all-knowing, all-seeing divinity. That's what makes the world so interesting to me.
Aw. Head pats.
Oh,
I'm happy for you, Chloe. Knowing the pain of lost love's what makes a girl blossom, in my humble opinion. Do you feel like the whole experience let you get a step closer to the person you want to be?
well, what about you? You feel you're getting closer to becoming the person that you want to be? By being at the Chancellor's side?
Kinda hard to do that when I don't have a person I want to be to begin with. I'm just sticking with him because it feels like it'll be fun. That's all. I've been doing it since before I joined the academy, in fact.
You have?
That prince is proving surprisingly capable, but he still isn't a match for the Chancellor. Tell him to watch his back, alright? So that he doesn't get swallowed up by that monster after he gets tired of dancing.
He's just like, talk to the hand, because the face don't want to hear it no more. Like, later, bitches!
Goodbye, Lecter.
Like, I knew there was going to be a continuation to that story, but I didn't know where it was going to happen.
Thank you all for waiting. The Calabria International Airliner bound for the Principality of Remiferia will be departing momentarily. Please mind your footing when boarding.
It will be mine someday.
It will be mine someday. Just you wait. I certainly won't get my ass killed in like 6 games or something. No, sir. It's all smooth sailing for Chancellor Osborne from here on out.
So that was the Blood and Iron Chancellor. I can't believe he actually went out of his way to use a civilian airship when he probably has a private one of his own. I'd heard rumors about how out of the ordinary he is, but he still lives up to all of them. He keeps me on my toes, to put it playfully enough. Him aside, thanks for coming all this way to see me off, Shara. I was lucky and I just happened to have business here at the right time. It feels like this is going to be the last chance we get to see one another for a while after all. Rather unfortunate, as my dream is and always was to live my days in the lap of luxury, surrounded by women as beautiful as you. Well, good luck with that. Changing the subject, though, who was the young man at the Chancellor's side? He didn't strike me as your ordinary guy.
Oh, you could tell?
But of course. I'd say I'm used to running into people who are out of the ordinary at this point. We've sure fought enough of them. His name's Lector Arundel. He's a secretary who was sent here by the Imperial government. Apparently, he was the one who planned out all the details of the Chancellor's visit to Libril. I can't pretend to know much regarding his background, but he's exceptionally skilled at what he does.
Actually, I know a little.
What? Oh? Is that true?
Yes.
Claudia explained that Lecter once attended the same academy as her and had served as its student council president. She also mentioned about his sudden disappearance after the Academy Festival 2 years ago.
Unbelievable.
Then,
Someone connected to the Chancellor had visited Libril first? Then he's very likely to have had his own veritable information network established here long before I even came up with the idea.
It's safe to say, I think it's safe for us to assume that's the case. Which also means that it's safe to assume that he knows every detail about all that's happened here since. From the coup d'etat to the crisis regarding the Oriole, all of it.
this man gets more unbelievable by the minute. He actually gave me a message to pass on to you earlier, too. Watch your back so you don't get swallowed up by that monster when you get tired of dancing.
He sure knows how to sting where it hurts, doesn't he? I feel like I can see a whole new world of pleasure opening before my eyes. He should know better. Getting outdone at every turn like this is really not my style.
What do you mean?
Captain Schwartz, I have a little favor I'd like to ask for when we're in the air.
Oh, this is gonna be cool. Man, this is a long one, actually. I got to admit.
I'm rather impressed with how Prince Oliver has come along. No matter how he chooses to act from here on, he will have his uses to be certain.
You would say that, given that you think of everyone as your pawns. There's me, the prince, that society.
Indeed, and I am much the same. We are but pawns on the vast game board that is the Empire, where a thrill like no other will take place. But it's because you, too, wish to see how that game plays out that you've chosen to stand with me, is it not?
Well, hey, what can I say? Just don't forget that this piece right here might not be loyal forever.
And such a betrayal would be perfectly fine by me. Or did you honestly think I'd never considered the possibility it may happen?
Just thought I'd come out and say it. How are the other Ironbloods doing, by the way?
They're all doing very well by the sound of it. At the rate things are going, there's a chance that all the prince's efforts will be for naught. Perhaps I ought to hold back on him a little.
Ugh. You sure don't pull any punches, do you? You know something? I wouldn't write him off so easily if I were in your shoes.
What? What?
He did it. Oh!
These look like
Rose petals?
If you look out the windows on the right-hand side of the airship, you'll be able to see the famous high-speed cruiser, the Arsile. We've been informed that it is on its way to the Imperial capital with Prince Oliver of the Erebonian Empire on board. But he has also given us the message to relay to all of our passengers on board today. I give thanks to Idios for the good fortune to have been able to meet you today. May your journey be filled with beautiful roses and her blessings. And of course, may your journey to your homes be a safe and pleasant one. That marks the end of his message.
Oh! Badass! I never thought there was a bigger dumbass in this world than me, yet here we are.
very well, debaucherous prince. I look forward to seeing what you can do. Show me how long you can hold out against me.
Gonna be honest, that kind of makes me want to play the Cold Steel games a little more. Side story, Return of the Empire finished. Receive Divine Eye. Receive 7,000 Mira. Okay, cool. Okay, and let's see, what's next? Let's see, so we did... Okay, so we did that one, so we've got 6 left. Bring to me the girl who plays with the giant doll. However, inside a trial awaits her. Should this not fail to... Okay, overcome a trial. Bring to me the repenting patriot. That's Alan, obviously. Only those... Okay, 400 battles. All is one. All begins... once you have... Okay, so yeah, that's the last one. And then bring to me the girl loved by the world's darkness. Okay, well, in that case, let's build another team, then. Okay, so we're gonna need her and him.
Adequate performance.
I wonder who the girl who is loved by the world's darkness is. I have a few ideas, but for now, let's just... Trial awaits her. Okay, so cool. Bring to me the girl who plays with a giant doll. However, inside a trial awaits her. Should this fail to deter you, open the door and step inside. Yep, I knew it was Ren. Like I said, if she's from Erebonia too, just like Joshua and Lo, irredeemable. Overcome the trial before you. Then I shall grant to you a memory fragment in my blessing. Oh my god, okay. Oh, she actually did heal herself up. Oh, come... Okay. And gotcha.
Later, Corpsey.
You have overcome the trial. Thus I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Loading. Complete. Ooh. Okay, it's a Patermater story. Okay, this should be a short one then. Patermater. N810010-66. Patermater. 13 factories. Gordius-class tactical archaism development plan. Author 13 Factories. Codename Patermater. Plan overview. We intend to develop a cutting-edge archaism that inherits the DNA of the rest of the Gordius series while containing a much more advanced control system. It will retain the same tactical effectiveness that was the primary development goal in the previous models, while allowing for more flexible and precise strategic usage as well. The archaism is intended to be accessible across the whole continent. Powerful main and sub-engines should allow it to operate for several years without resupplying. The use of the Mars Integrated Orbital Arithmetic Logic Unit will allow for advanced autonomous combat and effective identifying of targets. In addition, the archaism's control system will make use of the operator's nervous system, allowing for reflexive, instinctive movements in combat. The operator will communicate with the archaism without being in physical contact with it. This will require a compatible candidate to be found and chosen. Dimensions. Height weight. Overall height, 15.5 Argent. Unit weight, 55 Torum, 68 Torum when fully armed. Armaments. The archaism's primary weaponry will be its orbital energy cannons, but it will have other kinds of orbital weaponry and even several gunpowder-powered weapons as backup. It will also have a revival system, which will use an orbment to generate healing energy to heal or revive its operator in times of danger. Actually, I do remember that happening. The armor plating will be made using alloy. Cartilagen is the most fitting material to use, given that it is the most capable we have access to in all regards. For data regarding strength, see files on Gospel Plan. Current progress. New engines. Development is proceeding smoothly in line with the plans drawn up by Professor Novartis. Tests have also confirmed that they are already capable of providing power to the actuators. However, the professor has raised concerns about the low responsiveness of the flight engine. This is especially true for the anti-gravity generator. He concluded that the engine as it stands cannot be put into actual use. The possibility of using boosters to provide additional propulsion is under consideration. Developer of the actuators is experiencing significant difficulty, as it is impossible to simply use the same ones as other archaisms. Increased size of the main weaponry means the archaism's weight during combat is significant, and as a result, problems have been occurring in durability tests, especially with the leg joints. It may be possible to make improvements in this area by using precise controls so the weight burden is spread evenly, rather than focused on one point. Main armaments. The orbital energy cannons that will serve as its primary armaments have been successfully tested. However, by order of Professor Novartis, the possibility of them becoming twin mounts is being analyzed, so they have yet to be equipped. The new orbital engines are expected to be able to provide enough energy to compensate for the necessary increase in output. Experiments regarding the control system are currently ongoing. For the results of the experiments that have been carried out so far, please see a separate entry. Experiment results. Tests of the control system continue to be performed. However, none of the test subjects have been able to realize the expected level of precision we were aiming for. The results of the main test conducted by Professor Novartis and his team can be viewed above. Test results. Test subject AI-1, abnormality during phase 2, comatose. Test subject B3, abnormality during phase 3, cardiac arrest. Test subject C1, abnormality during phase 1, insanity. Test subject D7, abnormality during phase 2, comatose. Test subject E3, abnormality during phase 2, cardiac arrest. Test subject F2, abnormality during phase 2, comatose. Subject G4, abnormality during phase 3, comatose. Test subject HI, abnormality during phase 2, comatose. Test subject I6, abnormality during phase 4, mental breakdown. As can be seen, all of our test subjects have failed to adapt to the control system. Nonetheless, the Society continues to supply test subjects, and we intend to keep performing further experiments. Future development. We've received word from the Society that development is to be temporarily frozen. The reasoning is that the stability of the control system is in question. From now on, only test subjects carefully chosen by the Society will be taking part in connection tests. Test subject. Subject R3 successfully completed all 4 testing phases. Note, the subject did experience a small degree of flashbacks. Test subject. Subject R3 succeeded in communicating with Patermater. Ascertaining the Society's intentions in regards to resuming development, Subject R3 has succeeded in operating Patermater. Ascertaining the Society's intentions in regarding to resuming development, Side story. Gordius class experiment report finished. Received 10,000 Mira. I honestly thought that was going to, like, unlock a Pater Mater S-Craft, which would be the coolest shit ever, but, you know, whatever. Okay, we're getting closer. Alright, let's go to the Repenting Patriot one, then, in that case. Bring to me the Repenting Patriot. Only then shall the door open. Open the door? Yep. Wow, it's not even 4 o'clock yet, and I've already gotten through, like, this will be my 3rd one so far. Out of, like, what, 7? 6? I think it's 7. I shall grant you a memory fragment in my blessing. I wonder if this will be another long one. Or if it'll be another, like... Ah, no, it's an actual story sequence. City of Rouen. Oh, do we get to see him in a shirt and slacks? That'd be pretty dope, honestly. RNA research. Oh, well, there's his, okay, cool. RNA research, Rouen office. Oh my, look at all of this. I hope it will prove useful. Oh shit! I see. You sure found out a lot. With this many potential sales routes, I've got nothing to fear. I'll be able to make my move into the Erebonian capital as soon as I'm ready with this kind of information. You asked us to investigate the current situation with regards to orbment sales in Erebonia, so I centered my investigation around stores in the region itself. And you did a fantastic job, too. Still, the problem of transport remains. After all, old Borden's got his grubby hands all over the international liners already. It's true that the Borden family has preferential access to 40% of the load capacity of international airliners leaving Libro for Erebonia. However, they are no longer the only available option. There are now private carriers as well. Oh, and she's... Oh, that's cute. He gave her a job, too. Here are some supplementary materials regarding that issue. I like... My, you certainly come prepared, don't you? Well, this request ended up taking a little longer than originally anticipated. Consider this a little extra on us in exchange. I like those who think 2 steps ahead. You sure you don't want to come and work for me? I'd pay you handsomely. I'm certainly flattered you think highly enough of my skills to offer. I'm not sure I have what it takes to be successful in the cutthroat world of business, though. I'm a rather timid man, you see. Come now, you can't fool me. Oh well, do keep my offer in mind if you would. Please allow us to escort you out. Okay, I kind of like that we get to see their civvy clothes. Oh, since I have you here, maybe I should give you one more thing to look into. I've already had Simon get started, but I'm not sure he's up to the task. I'd be happy to help if I can. Will this be another request to research a foreign market? It certainly will. Oh, look what you've got over there. Perfect. This place right here. Orange State? That's an unusual choice. It's quite a small place. That just makes it easier to seize a majority in the market. Small as it is, it's not like it isn't accessible by airliner, and what market there may be is all but free for the taking right now. So, you want us to research the potential size of the market there, in other words? Shall we focus entirely on the orbit market, or broaden the scope of our investigation and look into the market in general? The market in general. Do you think you can do it? With ease. I'll get in touch with one of your staff members stationed near the state right away and begin weighing options. That's what I wanted to hear. I'll be back here next week anyway. We can discuss the details then. Ta-ta! Until then, take care. Orid's quite far inland. Weren't the Rains brothers in that general area of the continent? Yes, they are. I'll get in contact with them later. Thank you. She's not a merchant of bows for nothing, is she? She's always coming in with such interesting, ambitious requests. She's not half as ambitious as you are. I think you may be overestimating me a little there.
Well, can you show our next visitor in?
Certainly.
I kind of like that they have, like, just normal jobs now. This is great. Hello there, Alan. Sorry for dropping in on you again. I just wanted to get your input on another little something regarding the city's finances.
Oh, that won't be a bother at all. Please, take a seat.
There's just, like, some voices that are too distinct for me to forget, and then there are others like Alan Richard who it's like...
So, what exactly can I help you with today?
I like how the roulette music is playing here. Even though we're in Rouen. Oh no, that's a cat bathing. Okay, no, that's not straight up roulette music.
All seems to be going rather well with the business now, don't you think?
Indeed. Although I admit it's taking me time to adjust my days to being so peaceful. I do miss having a sense of tension in my life.
That's something you'll just have to live with, I'm afraid. We're civilians now, not soldiers.
That's true enough. In any case, it's an honor to be able to live and work with you in the city where you were born, Your Excellency.
Canone. I really would prefer it if you addressed me as Sir now.
My apologies, sir.
There's no need to apologize. Well, I think we should probably go inside. I'm not sure I like the look of the sky. There seem to be some trails up there. It couldn't be.
Sir, is something the matter?
Oh, it's nothing of much importance. I just noticed that we seem to have mistakenly received another letter intended for the mayor. It's understandable that it keeps happening, given that this building was previously his. But it is a tad troublesome nonetheless. I suppose I'd better go and deliver it to him. It could be something important.
Now, sir? Couldn't it wait? It seems like it's going to start raining any minute.
That's not too far. Even if it does start raining, I won't be exposed to it for long. Can I ask you to handle the regular reports in the meantime?
Yes, of course.
She's still in love with him. She still wants to bone him.
There's no mistaking it.
Ah, rain. Should have brought an umbrella, dude.
That letter was sealed in a special way we used in the intelligence division. The letter itself is a meaningless decoy. The real message is concealed in how the envelope itself is sealed. It means, come to the landing port. Someone from the intelligence division is calling me in hopes of speaking to me. Most likely because they bear a deep-seated resentment towards me and what I did to them. And I have a duty to go and see them. After all, I was their commander. I was the one who pushed their life off the rails and ruined their future.
What was that warp? What? Wait, is the camera getting water on it? Is that what's going on?
I've been waiting for you. So it was you, Sender? Indeed. It's good to see you again, Colonel. I'm pleased to see you're still well. I'm not a colonel anymore, Sender. Though I feel as though saying as much has become a hobby. No one around me seems willing to correct themselves. Oh, I'm aware, but today I intend to address you as Colonel nonetheless. I called you here because I have something that I need to ask you. I hope you can forgive me for forcing you to come out here with the weather being so poor. If I can answer your questions, I will. Don't feel as if you need to hold back on my account. If you can't accept something in the answer I give you, by all means say so. Then I'll get straight to the point. Why did you leave the army behind, Colonel? What happened to your love for your country? Oh, thunder strike. I see you at least returned to the military. I was relieved to see that, in truth. You were always an exceptionally capable soldier, even back in the military academy, if you hadn't had the misfortune of meeting me. If you hadn't had the misfortune of being caught up in my foolishness, you'd probably be a field officer by now. I'm truly sorry about what I did to you.
Please don't get me wrong, Colonel. I don't in any way blame you or harbor resentment for what you did. You thought about what was best for this country more than anyone else I know. Your patriotism was genuine and heartfelt. I don't regret following you at all. I'm honored that I could. It's certainly true that doing so has become a significant obstacle in my chances of promotion, but I couldn't care less about that. As long as I can continue to serve in the military, to serve the country I love with all my heart, I'm happy. Know that I harbor no ill feelings towards you regarding the past. But what are you doing now? You used to work for this country's future more than any of us. You cared for it more than any other. Yet instead of picking yourself up and trying to work for your nation again, you left the army behind. And now you're running some sort of company that deals with the rich? That's what happened to your patriotism! Oh, another big thunderstrike there. I beg of you, return to the military. You're a capable man. Those skills of yours would be a valuable asset to the force, and it's where you should be using them.
I'm sorry, Sender. I cannot ever return to the army again.
Why? Why, Colonel? You've repented more than enough for your actions. Both General Morgan and Brigadier General Bright actively desire your return. I and all the other soldiers in my position would be overjoyed to have you in our ranks again. So why? Why do you look at me with that sad expression and tell me that it's not possible? Why would you apologize to me?
Make no mistake, Sender. I haven't abandoned my love for my country. It burns as brightly in my heart as it ever did. But what I did was truly terrible. I organized a coup d'etat, destabilizing this nation and disrupting the lives of countless people. Thanks to the help of all those around me, I was able to realize what a foolish mistake I made. And yet in my heart, I feel exactly the same way I always did.
I'm not sure what you mean.
In spite of all that happened, my love for my country is unchanged. I still feel the blind desire to do anything I can to aid Liberal, no matter how reckless or dangerous it may be. I'm the same man I was when I plotted that coup d'etat. Not a thing has changed. That thought, Sender, terrifies me.
Then, you didn't leave the military because you had lost your love for your country. You're saying that you left it because you still love your country?
Forgive me. I have no right to be making excuses to you and trying to justify myself. Not after I dragged all of you down with me and ruined your lives forever. I truly am sorry for what I did to you and all the other members of the division. You... Please don't misunderstand. I didn't leave the army in an attempt to run from my own weakness, nor did I leave it because I was ashamed of the treatment I received for my actions. After what happened, I thought long and hard about what I should have done instead of what I did, trying to work out where I'd gone wrong. As I did that, I noticed something vitally important that I had failed to realize up until that point. After setting up the intelligence division, I began gathering information and using it to protect the library. Yet thinking about it now, I didn't know the first thing about the nature of information at the time. Information isn't something that exists alone. It only exists when people use it and see it as something of worth. Furthermore, the value of that information can change radically depending on the position and perspective of those who look at it. I can't help but wonder if overlooking this simple fact was what caused my patriotism to start to become more of a force for harm than good. Somewhere along the line, I started to believe that only information I saw as valuable was of any importance, and as a result, I ended up wanting power in order to compensate for the weakness in my own heart. Thinking back, I think what I really needed was a different perspective through which to view information, one separate from the military, one that doesn't see a country or people's way of life as a system, or as numbers and absolutes. I needed to be collecting information that was disadvantageous to Liberal 2, rather than cast it all aside. I needed to view us and the surrounding nations in a variety of lights, while collecting a wide variety of information from a freer perspective.
So you believe the company you're running now is capable of doing that?
Yes, I do. I can't say for sure that this will allow me to avoid repeating my past mistakes. Perhaps there was something more important that I should have been doing before giving thought to any of this to begin with. But in the end, I came to the conclusion that Liberal needs a fresh perspective, and I then resolved to leave the army. If it needs a means to gather intel, it can make another intelligence division. That is for Brigadier General Bright to worry about, not me. Still, the civilian population has no such group or organization. It's never had one. I doubt anyone in the civilian world has ever thought to create one in order to gather and accurately analyze information either. That was why I, as a civilian like every other, chose to establish RNA research, believing that I am the right person to be the first to do so.
You truly don't have any intention of returning to the military, do you?
If I said there wasn't a part of me that longed to return to my days of active service, I would be lying. But I'm hoping that through this, I will be able to become another eye by which to support this nation. And I see my current occupation as a new way to show my love for my country. I wonder if that makes any sense.
You're a coward. No doubt every word you're saying is objectively correct. That's how you've always been. There's never been room for rebuttal in your arguments. But Colonel? You're also no longer the same man. You're also no longer the man who swore to forge this kingdom's future with his own 2 hands. Goodbye, Colonel. We will never meet again. Okay. It's like, all right. That's fair.
That's not true. That's not true at all, Sender. I've chosen the path I now walk, believing it to be right, certainly. But even I don't know for sure if what I'm doing is correct. Even now, I'm terrified of the possibility that I might be making the wrong choice. I worry that the road I walk on... I worry that the road I walk might be the makings of yet another grave mistake. I just don't have the same power that Brigadier General Bright does. I really am hopeless.
Sir?
You didn't have to come out here in the rain.
I knew it was her.
We should return to the office. You'll catch a cold standing out here much longer.
Canone,
I'm sure he's just having trouble coming to terms with his new life, too. He just can't forget the fervent enthusiasm of the Intelligence's vision, as if he doesn't feel like he belongs in the world that's come after it. The day will eventually come when he will be able to understand what you said. That's exactly what happened to me, you know.
True enough, I suppose. You're right. Shall we be going then, Canone?
Yes, sir.
That kind of felt like a perfect point to end it at, but I guess I wasn't expecting to end up quite this soaked. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. This actually brings back fond memories of the survivor training I underwent back at the academy. I do think you should go and get changed into some dry clothes, though, sir.
I'll watch you. A little rain never hurt anyone. I don't believe I was half bad at my own survival training, you know.
Even then.
An encrypted call?
Dillons did mention that he had some information of interest in his report earlier. Perhaps this relates to that.
Sounds possible, which would mean that something has happened over in the Republic. I honestly thought that was going to be the end, but I guess not. Yes, it's me. Can you please stop calling me that? Yes, that's right. Yes. In the Eastern Quarter. I don't have anyone there yet thinking about it. Alright, I'll look into it as best I can. Right, you be careful too.
Has something happened?
Another Jaeger Corps has entered the Eastern Quarter. A sizable one too. The Red Constellation.
Really? There seems to be a lot of activity on the Jaeger front of late.
Their arrival makes it very likely that the power struggle there will begin to worsen too. I doubt the old intelligence division network is going to be sufficient to fully stay on top of this situation. I think I may have to head there personally. Wait, really? We're going on an adventure? Okay. Holy shit, we're going on an adventure. He's going to beat the shit out of you dressed up in his work clothes.
I still have doubts about what I'm doing. Nothing about my love for my country has changed. Nothing at all. So is it even possible for me to find and walk the right path this time? Is it truly possible for any mortal to forge the correct path through life? I don't know, but all I can do is try to follow the path I believe to be right in hopes that I'm not mistaken, believing in those who have supported me and worked to right my wrongs.
Sir? Is something wrong, sir?
Oh, you're here, Canone? I did tell you that you didn't need to come and see me off, you know.
You did, but I'm afraid that simply won't do. Seeing off their superiors is the duty of a subordinate.
Perhaps in the military, but that is no longer the world we live in. There's no need to act like a soldier anymore. Oh, and one more thing. She wants to bang you, dude. Please do take good care of things in the office while I'm gone. I think the odds of any large requests you'll struggle to handle without me coming in are fairly low at least, but...
Leave everything to me, sir. I'll be sure to handle every request that comes in with care and kindness. I'm well aware you always look forward to taking on small requests too, so they will be given the same high standard of service as any other.
You know me too well. Oh, holy for holies. Wow, okay. Battery is like draining significantly on my phone. Let's plug this sucker in the meantime. Down to like 5%. That's dangerous. Okay, I gotta get a new phone. I don't know why I'm mentioning this. Oh, hey, it's Sieg. Like, wait, Sieg?
What on earth is Julius Bird doing here? Scree! Don't you just sit on His Excellency's arm as if it's your own personal property? Scree?
Please, Canone, there's no need to glare at him like that. Also, please stop calling me Your Excellency.
Scree!
Richard then noticed there was a note attached to Sieg's leg. What's this? It's addressed to me.
Scree!
Richard took the memo from Sieg's leg. This looks like a letter from HQ?
As in military HQ? What does the Royal Guards carrier falcon bringing a message to you?
Why is... Who knows? Its writer is a real slave driver, though. Thank you for delivering this, Sieg. Let him know that I accept his request.
Scree! Sir, was that...
See for yourself.
Best of luck with your little trip. We'd like to know what the Red Constellation is up to, too, so we'd appreciate you looking into it for us on the side.
Honestly, I hope you don't think this information is going to come cheap, Brigadier General. Oh, man. He's a Bitch, we military contractors now. We make the mad stacks. We got away with it. Is this still gonna keep going? Oh, no. Side story. I accept your request finished. Received covert. And 10,000 Mira. Not bad. Okay, so save game here. Alright, let's see. So, what the fuck?
Welcome back, everyone.
Oh.
You okay, Ren? If you're feeling tired, why don't you rest here in the garden for a bit? While the others are here, you wouldn't be alone.
I'm not tired at all. I've just got something on my mind. Well, I suppose it can't hurt. Let me give it a try.
Oh, she's gonna...
Pater Mater!
Oh shit, I was right! Yes! We did it!
I knew you'd come. Pater Mater, switch to standby mode. Right, that's that.
Ren learned the Pater Mater S-Craft. Set Pater... yes. Definitely.
Ren? What?
Teehee, and why do you all look so surprised? This world can be directly influenced by people's thoughts. We've established that much already, so why wouldn't Pater Mater come for me?
Oh shit, that was the coolest shit ever, and I love it.
So the Lord of Phantasma is Rufina Argent. Her negotiation and problem-solving abilities were highly regarded in life. That probably just makes her all the more deadly as our foe.
Hi there. We're just about in a state where we can get the RCL moving once we're ready. But we aren't going to be able to resupply once we depart, as I'm sure you well know. Make sure you're well rested and ready before giving the word to leave.
Oh, whoops.
Shall we?
Okay.
Let's move out.
Okay, let's do the one that's a trial. Okay, bring me the playful minstrel. Here it comes. Play giant doll. First overseek a trial. Okay. 400 battles and loved by the world's darkness. I'm trying to figure that one out.
Those who seek to enter this door must first overcome a trial. Should this fail to deter you, open the door and step inside.
Open the door? Yes. This is honestly what I intend my final party to be, you know, when we're in the endgame.
Overcome the trial before you. Then I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing.
Oh boy, okay. Oh, I should have healed first. I should have healed first, but I didn't. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh no! He died. Oof.
Take that!
Oof.
Not done yet.
They really summon another ally? Fair enough.
You have overcome the trial. Thus I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing.
Oh hey, another one of these. Oh, Blue Blanc!
An investigative report on Phantom Thief B, his crimes, his history, and his true identity. Imperial Chronicle Investigative Team.
I love you.
Phantom Thief B has had quite the lengthy and productive career in thievery in the Empire, as the amount of records we've been able to find on his crimes proves beyond a doubt. From numerous paintings held in the Imperial Art Gallery, to a septium crystal held in the Empire's customs warehouse, to even a cutting-edge tank held in an Imperial Army research facility. Nothing is truly safe when he desires to steal it. His conquests aren't limited to inanimate objects. He's been guilty of pretending to be a military officer and eloping with the wife of a marquis on one reported occasion. Yet, and this is perhaps the most baffling part, there is no concrete evidence to suggest he has profited from his exploits. Rather, the objects stolen usually end up in places so bizarre, their owners are liable to faint upon hearing about them.
In other cases, they are transformed into mirror, which is then rained down from the sky in areas largely inhabited by those less fortunate. Hearing this, one might be led to think him a vigilante thief who takes from the rich and giving to Hearing this, one might be led to think him a vigilante thief who takes from the poor and giving to the poor. Hearing this, one might be led to think him a vigilante thief who takes from the rich and giving to the poor. But make no mistake, gives to the poor is what. The truth is not so simple. The wife of the Marquis discussed earlier is a fine example of that. As of this writing, it has been a little over half a year since the elopement took place. Since then, she has remained unaccounted for. Many of the items stolen by him may return to the public eye in some fashion, but not all. Between his eccentric techniques and bizarre behavior regarding the objects he steals, it might appear as though his thefts are purely whims and nothing else. Upon studying the overall picture and reviewing the objects, and indeed people in play, you begin to see that they all have one specific thing in common. Take the artwork stolen from the Imperial Art Gallery, for example. Each of them were works of pure genius, painted by a master of their craft. But they gained a reputation for being too complex for the target audience of such works, the nobility, and were shamefully stored away instead of placed on display. Similar could be said of the Septium Crystal. Known for its unparalleled beauty, after being seized by customs, it was sealed away in the warehouse, and doomed never to be admired by human eyes again. The tank again is one more example, with its promising development cut short. Rather than be put to good use, it was left collecting dust. As an aside, the case of the Marquis's wife does contain some striking similarities. Despite marrying her, he devoted most of his attention to his concubines and barely spared a thought for her. In conclusion, we can now see that the underlying motive for his actions is finding objects of beauty that have been abandoned by the world and freeing them from their foolish owners. No matter how the world may see his crimes, his motive is clear. The truth of that is evident in the cards he leaves before committing his crimes. This is the so-called liberation of beauty mentioned upon each of them. Phantom Thief B steals not for money, but for an ideal he believes in. And it is in this fact, we believe, are clues to his true identity. A number of valid theories have come about on the face of behind our famed thief. Unfortunately, they are all as lacking in conclusive proof as they are numerous, and so it is impossible to say whether any of them are actually correct. To complicate matters further, we now even have deranged individuals coming forward pretending to be him and allowing themselves to be captured by law enforcement. That is not to say, however, that none of the theories circulating are at all plausible. Here we will introduce 3 such theories which have developed significant followings and may not turn out to be too far from the truth. Theory 1. Amorous con artist X. X's personal history. X is known for his exceptional skill as a con artist, having faked his own identity in order to engage in romantic relationships with many noblewomen. He was as handsome as he was capable, and he is exceptionally proud in nature as well. Born to a poor family in the temperate South, he became used to stealing in order to make ends meet from a young age. According to the testimony from a companion of his at the time, he was never once caught for such thefts. The reason X converted from being a common thief to a con artist is believed to have stemmed from falling in love with a noblewoman of a much higher social standing than he. The rule of the aristocracy was absolute in the country he called home, and blessed romances between those of different classes unthinkable. With that in mind, he resolved to create a false identity in order to make his dream possible. Following his first rousing success, he came to do the same on a myriad of other occasions, indulging in one forbidden affair after another. It was a mere 10 years ago that he was arrested on suspicion of identity fraud, but he performed a miraculous escape from prison. Ever since then, his whereabouts have remained unknown. Thoughts. Both X's peerless skills as a thief and his interest in forbidden romances with noblewomen sound remarkably like what we know of Phantom Thief B. Also worth noting is that despite using his abilities of deception to court those of fast wealth, he displayed virtually no interest in their fortunes. That is to say, he gained no financial benefit from his actions whatsoever. Instead, he simply lamented that he was unable to indulge in them because of something as trivial as his social class. We conclude that this attitude bears a striking resemblance to the thief's own view to beauty. Theory 2. Tragic artist Y. Y's personal history. Y was an artist with a rather tragic past. Born to a middle-class family in the north, he was hired by an influential aristocrat to be their personal artist, producing many a stunning piece of work. However, it was later discovered that that wasn't all he produced. On the contrary, he was also responsible for a number of counterfeit pieces. The one who hired him sought to profit through ill means thanks to his work, and so he created such counterfeits under the noble's instructions. One day, however, Y suddenly left the noble service. The reason remains unknown. This is where his tragedy begins. Immediately after leaving the client behind, behind, Y received a terrible piece of news. His lover, the daughter of a respected family, had been killed in a traffic accident. While there is no evidence to prove as much, it is rumored that the noble may have had a hand in her death. Y was only spotted once more at his lover's grave before forever disappearing from the public eye. To those who knew his story, he became known as the truly tragic artist. Several years later, the noble was murdered. Thoughts? The story of Y still has several unsolved mysteries surrounding it and has invited much speculation, both of which have likely led to the theory that he and Phantom Thief B are one and the same. Those aren't the only reasons, naturally. Phantom Thief B has been known at times to try and dispose of counterfeits, believing them to be false beauty. This has led some to believe that Phantom Thief B may be attempting to rid the world of counterfeits that he himself created. Lending further credibility to this is the discovery that the forgeries disposed of by Phantom Thief B were indeed the works of Y. Theory 3. Skilled martial artist Z. Z's personal history. The story of Z is significantly different from the other two potential identities we have proposed here, making this an unusual but still plausible possibility. Z was born in the Far East as the son of a famed military family. He was an attractive, delicately built young man, but he was far more skilled at martial arts than his frame would have suggested, being blessed with great natural talent. He was also said to possess a keen, sharp mind, and there was a mild air of arrogance about him, too. Z was indeed blessed in nearly every way. He came from an important family, he had skill, he had looks, and as a result, he came to feel bored with the world around him. He hardly kept such thoughts to himself. In fact, he often voiced his complaints to anyone with an earshot. These complaints persisted until one day he simply disappeared, telling no one where he was going and leaving nothing to suggest his next destination. Thoughts. Much of this theory is based on the idea of geniuses being eccentric by nature. There are some who say that the fighting style of Z has some resemblance to the peculiar skills used by Phantom Thief B. But in terms of credibility, this theory is barely a cut above many other similarly unusual suggestions. Still, the idea that the man behind the mask is one from the East is certainly an interesting and exciting one, leading many to wish it were true, even if they find themselves doubting it actually is. That brings us to the end of outlining three very different theories. Could X, Y, or Z be the true identity of our famed Phantom Thief? Or is the truth perhaps something else entirely? The only way we'll know for sure is to hear the truth from the man himself. Of course, whether we can trust anything he says is a discussion for another time. Postscript. After this article was first published, we received a card believed to be from Phantom Thief B himself at our office. The contents of the card are as follows. The truth of my identity is already within your grasp. My number reveals all. Judging by this, it is believed that one of the three theories proposed is the true identity of Phantom Thief B. That said, uncovering the meaning behind his words has proven to be a trying task. Will one valued reader be able to step forward and solve what we cannot? Only time will tell. Side story, Phantom Thief B report finished. That was a cool one. I like that one. Ooh, Phantom Thief's Cave and 10,000 Mira. Yeah, no, that was another cool one. Okay, let's see what the Phantom Thief collar does, or Phantom Thief cape does. Agility up, move up, drop rate up. Could be useful. I mean, I doubt I'll need to use it again, but, you know, might as well. Okay, so let's see what's left. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we just need to do 13, 14, and 15. So 13 is 400 battles, which we know are already done. And bring to me the girl loved by the world's darkness. I think I might know who the answer is, actually. So let's do... Only those who have struggled through countless battles are worthy of entering here. Only upon finishing the 400th battle will this door be opened. Open the door? Yes. God, it's actually going to be a 4 cough drop stream. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Ooh. Report on the attack on Erebonia's Bracer Guilds. In 1202, many of the branches of the Bracer Guild in Erebonia came under attack in quick succession. The perpetrators were an armed group, but all else about them was unknown, and the guild, along with all connected to it in the nation, fell into a state of confusion. Before long, the Orbital Communications Network in the capital was rife with calls and messages, and the situation grew increasingly grave. From Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, to General Staff Office. At dawn yesterday, the capital's guild houses were completely destroyed by powerful explosives. According to the 2nd Subdivision's analysis, the explosives were likely set directly below those buildings in the city's underground waterways. Judging by explosives used and means employed, this was the work of professionals, currently working to confirm the locations of potentially dangerous persons within the country. From Intelligence Division, 3rd Subdivision, to Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision. A Jaeger member has been found among those suspected of entering the country illegally, confirmed to be responsible for logistics in the Jester Jaeger Corps. Keep an eye on other members of the same corps in the country. From Erebonian Bracer Guild to Librarian Bracer Guild Gransel Branch. At dawn today, the guild houses in Heimdallr came under attack. We were unable to contact the bracers charged with overseeing them. We request the aid of higher-ranking bracers. This is urgent. We repeat, this is urgent. From Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, to General Staff Office. Oh, is this why Cassius left? The Bracer Guild here in Erebonian has sent a message to the guild's Gransel branch. Judging by the content of the message, at least one high-ranking bracer will be entering Erebonian in the coming days. We request they be pursued and put under strict surveillance upon arrival. Ooh. 2 days after the assaults began, Cassius Bright S-Rank arrived in the Imperial capital. He assumed the post of provisional representative of the Erebonian Guild. After doing so, he assessed the damage to the guilds and called for the bracers assigned to them, who had become scattered in the chaos, to reconvene outside the city. He also ordered a halt to all orbital communications to prevent interception by the enemy. By this point, guilds in 6 cities had been attacked. The Bracer Guild in Erebonia was beginning to struggle to function. The branches that had not yet been attacked requested the army's protection. However, they seemed to be in no hurry to grant their support, making it clear that they could not be counted on. Meanwhile, the provisional representative was able to estimate the rough location of the enemy supply base from their movements up to that point. And after choosing a small number of bracers who were familiar with the area, he sent them to try and find it. His reasoning for going with this approach was that he had concluded the enemy would have to build a supply base inside the country because of how strict Erebonia's border controls are. It did not take long for his lose the battle but win the war strategy to produce results. From Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, to General Staff Office. The bracer sent by Librarians Guild is confirmed to be one Cassius Bright. Bright is an S-rank bracer whose file in our subdivision has rated him as a level 4 threat, the second highest level possible. He is also the man believed to have commanded the counteroffensive against the Imperial Army during the 100 Days War. He may potentially pose a threat to national security, so he's being carefully watched. From Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, to General Staff Office. Attempt to track CB failed. Current whereabouts are unknown. However, as requested by HQ, we have not raised the alert level and have left it as it stands. Several bracers are currently traveling aboard a train. We believe them to be taking part in some kind of operation. From Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, to General Staff Office. 6 bracers assaulted the Jaeger's base. The Jaegers inside the base were apprehended. We have identified them to be members of the Jester Jaeger Corps. The discovery of the enemy's base revealed that it was a Jaeger Corps known as Jester who was behind the attacks. After this, however, the Jaeger's movements became much more passive, and the two sides entered a deadlock. The stalemate continued for roughly 2 months. During this time, the guild representative made contact with the Intelligence Division, and began preparing for an operation that would ultimately allow him to bring the trouble to an end. From Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, to General Staff Office. CB has made contact with a member of our subdivision, currently in the process of confirming. From Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, to General Staff Office. The target, CB, has proposed a joint operation, intending to meet him again at the specified date and time. Strategic analysis of the Bracer Guild attack. Intelligence Division, 2nd Subdivision. What eventually broke the deadlock was a brilliant strategy devised by CB. Having successfully made contact with the member of the Intelligence Division, he made them send a message to HQ in the hopes that it would be intercepted by the enemy. What happened was exactly that. From the message, they were able to deduce the time and place the next meeting would happen, and set about plotting his assassination. Exactly what CB hoped would happen. During the meeting, CB had also given said intelligence division member an encoded message. It contained detailed plans for an operation in which the Imperial Army would defeat the Jaegers after they had been lured out by false information. The General Staff Office chose to go ahead with the proposed plan, and after a joint operation with the Bracer Guild, the Jaegers, who had gathered to assassinate CB, were surrounded and forced to surrender. Furthermore, the remnants of their forces who were in other bases were also defeated after the initial prisoners gave up their locations. Several months after the trouble began, Jester was completely dismantled. From Intelligence Division 1st Subdivision to General Staff Office, raising the threat level of Cassius Bright S-Brink Razor effective immediately. Henceforth, he will be regarded as an L5 threat. He poses a severe threat to national security and must be placed under strict surveillance if he ever enters the country again. From Intelligence Division 1st Subdivision to General Staff Office, confirmed that the surveillance target left the country today. His departure was without incident. Handing control over the mission over to our foreign agencies. Transmission over. From GSO Special Investigative Department to His Excellency the Imperial Chancellor. We have also confirmed CB's departure. We shall continue to pursue him, but he has not shown any suspicious behaviors to date. We have yet to confirm any interactions between him and the minstrel. We'll continue to follow their movements. Side story. Assault on the Imperial Guilds finished. Received... Oh. Ooh, okay. Ooh, excuse me. I wonder what the difference between ailment and, Alright, I think I may know who the girl who is loved by the world's darkness is. But let's see if I'm wrong.
Bring to me the girl loved by the world's darkness. Only then shall the door open.
Oh, no, I was wrong. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have more options. So, let's see. So, we're going to try some other options. We're going to try... Josette.
Leave it to
Ren. Sherazard, and...
Oh, okay.
You. Okay, let's see which one of these is right, if any of them are. I have doubts in my heart that any of them will be right.
Bring to me the girl loved by the world's darkness. Only then shall the door open.
Okay, well, one of them is right, but which one is the right one? That's the real question. That's the question left on my mind, honestly, is which one is the winner? I'm assuming it's Sherazard, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, it was Ren. Okay, fair enough. I'm down for another Ren story.
I shall grant you a memory fragment in my blessing.
Okay, and then after this, there'll be one more, and then we can start grinding again.
I wander indifferently in a place that exists beyond good and evil, beyond life and death. There is no fortune or misfortune, no happiness, no sadness. White and black tear into me, heaven and earth torment me. I've been defiled. Where does it begin and where does it end? I don't belong anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. But the world just keeps on turning around me.
1. Paradise. Ooh. This is gonna be a long one, isn't it? Which number would you like today?
15. Certainly. You've been nominated, Ren. Be sure to treat our customer with care.
The place was simply known as Paradise. No doubt the building itself had a proper name, but none of us were ever told it. Nor were we ever told exactly where in the land we were, or what we were doing here, or indeed how we ended up there to begin with.
Morning. Morning, Ren.
Eh?
You've finally woken up.
Hi, Cross. Welcome to Paradise, Ren. Welcome to Paradise.
I'm going to have a go, Ren. I've got to go. I'm going to have to go, Ren. I've got to go and work.
Again?
Yeah, it's time. It's fine, though. I'll be back before long. Be a good girl and wait here in the meantime, okay?
Cross was always busy with work, and today was no different. What exactly he did and where he did it, I didn't know. But whatever it was clearly horrible. He wasn't the only one either. The other children were always going out to work, too.
Uh-oh.
But for some reason, no one ever called me. The other children became weaker and more emaciated by the day, yet I spent my time eating delicious food and playing with dolls. I, and only I, was somehow special. Cross always referred to me as a princess. Morning, Ren! It sure is beautiful out today, huh? Kinda stuffy in here, though. Let's open a window, okay?
This girl's name is Edda. She was always smiling and brimming with curiosity, poking her nose into anything and everything in the room, and earning a scolding from Cross for it.
Hey, you want to play with me? I want to play with dolls, too. I don't mind, but do you even have the time? Don't you have to work? Don't you have work later? Or do you not have to go and wear any weird clothes today? Cross is working at the moment, so I've got some free time. He's sure been getting nominated a lot lately. Maybe that's just what people are into these days.
Oh no.
Edda was a somehow what precocious girl. She loved making stupid jokes and giggling away at them.
Ajay, meanwhile, is more polite and mature. Perhaps that was why she was nominated by so many older men. Another thing that stood out about her was the way she never once acted like she hated her work. No matter the day, she always performed with skill and care.
How come you never seem to hate your work, Ajay? I thought it really hurt.
I'm fine. It's nothing you need to worry about, Ren. There's a few tricks that make it really simple to manage once you know them. I don't like where this is going! Please stop! So don't worry about me. You just focus on being happy like you always are.
Okay.
That's a good girl. If you're happy, I'm happy. Then there was Quartzes, whose small, delicate stature always ended with him being battered and played with roughly, like he were some sort of doll.
Did you seriously end up getting beaten again?
Yeah, I don't know why either. They said it's some kind of new game, but I don't get it. Don't worry about me, Ren. I'm fine, honest. I'm used to it. It doesn't even hurt me anymore. As long as I can come back and find you here, I can deal with anything. Is that penguin toy in the background from, like, Yoshi's Island?
Quart was always bleeding out of our sight. Maybe that was part of his charm. I'm sure beautiful people must shed beautiful blood.
I'm back, Ren. Sorry, that ended up taking longer than I thought it would.
Then finally there was Cross, who's basically our leader.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
Cross, Edda, Ajay, Quarta, and me. Each of them were so dear to me, and we spent all the time we could together in this one room. To my understanding, there were other children in the building, but they didn't matter to me. The only ones who did were the 4 friends I spent my days with, the 4 who lived in paradise alongside me.
Two, Prince. Please stop. I beg you.
Hey, Cross, what happened to the others? How come it's just you and me in here now?
What are you talking about, Ren? What others? It's always just been you. It's always been just you and me in here.
Really? Are you sure? I feel like there were more. Nope, there weren't. It's always been just you and me. It was only later when I realized it was Cross who had hidden the others from me. Whether that was so I didn't have to worry about them, or because things had gotten so bad he didn't even think I should see them, I don't know. But he always tried to keep my eyes covered from the harsh reality of what was going on around me, so I could keep living in blissful ignorance. Let me give you a useful tip, Ren. Always be sure to say, "It would be my pleasure." Saying that makes everyone smile. No matter what you have to do or what people do to you, always respond with, "It would be my pleasure." Funny how that works, right? After all, it's the customers you're pleasing, not you.
I don't want to keep going. I want to stop.
Let me give you one too, then. I use this all the time. The best thing to do is try to imagine how your customer is feeling. Like, this must feel really good for them. They seem to love me doing this, or... It's not enough to make you stop feeling pain, but it does stop you needing to worry over doing unpleasant things. Always try to think about what you can do to make the customer happy. That's key.
Well, I suppose I should say something too. You should never cry and say you're sorry to a customer. Saying sorry just makes them want to hurt you more. No matter how much it hurts, no matter how sad you feel, don't ever cry. Don't ever say sorry, because no one ever forgives you even if you do.
Thanks, everyone, but I can't see myself needing any of these tips. I never have to do any work. All I have to do is sit in here and hug my dolls. I never have to leave this room.
And that's how it should be. You're our princess, and you're really, really important to us.
We're all here to...
We're all here to protect you, and that's why we make it so you don't need to see a thing, Ren.
Oh. Please let the... 3, game. Please let this be the final part.
What are you doing, Ren?
I'm drawing. Look, this is a monster. The monster that's got us locked up in here. It's got golden eyes and black scales. Its mouth stained red with the blood of all the people it ate.
The color of sin, huh? How lovely.
Its stomach's gotta be white, though. Otherwise you wouldn't know which side was the front.
That's very true.
Huh? Where is everyone? Are they all out working?
Ren, there are no others. There's only me and you here.
Really? Are you sure? I don't know.
Oh no. No! No, 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 no! No, 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 no. Oh no.
I'm sure. From the very start, it's just been me and you. No others. Now let's draw together, shall we? Maybe we could draw a princess next. That'd be nice.
Cross was doing a good job at covering my eyes from reality, but there was one thing he couldn't completely keep from me. He was getting tired. After the others disappeared, he started taking on all the work himself. And because of that, slowly, he began to vanish too.
Oh, they were all her split personalities. Oh no.
Let's clean you up, Ren. You're really dirty today.
Thanks, you're always so kind.
I'm sorry, Ren. If I wasn't so hopeless, I swore I'd protect you, and yet...
What's wrong, Cross? You're not looking too good.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
Cross?
I just told you that I'm fine. This is all your fault.
Mine?
Yours. Everything is your fault. You wasted no time in killing all the others. Why are you letting me live for so long? It's all your fault. Why haven't you killed me? It's all your fault. Why haven't you killed me? It's all your fault. Why haven't you killed me? I'm already dead as it is. Why won't you kill me?
4, Ren. Oh.
Eventually, my first job came. There was no one else to take it. There was no one else to go out in my place. That's why I had to do it myself. I had to step outside that room for the first time.
You've been nominated, Ren. Be sure to treat our customer with care. What are you doing, Ren? Just do what you usually do. What's going on here? I was led to believe number 15 was special. She's not normally like this, I can assure you. She's usually a good girl. I don't know what's gotten into her. She's our little angel, capable of meeting all of our customers' needs, no matter what they may be. Come on, Ren, say hello. You've done this enough times now. What are you going to be today? A sweet doll? A cool boy?
That wasn't me.
What?
That wasn't me. 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 That wasn't me.
Oh no. Someone
says something. I close my ears like always. Someone does something. I close my eyes like always. I do just like as I always do. I do just as I always do. I do just as I always do. I do just as I always do and go out to work. Ah, the water of life. Cross once said that even those near to death could be full of energy again after they drank this. He said he was made to drink it all the time, and that its taste was sweet and syrupy.
Drink up, Ren. I mixed quite a lot of syrup in today. Drink up, nice and slowly. That's it, that's it. Make sure not to spill any now. Drink up every last drop. Well, please take your time.
As the owner went to leave, his head seemed to distort slightly. Maybe he's getting old, or maybe he's just wearing a disguise of some kind. Oh, the medicine started kicking in.
Well, Ren, why don't we sit and have a little chat together?
It would be my pleasure.
You're always such a good girl.
It would be my pleasure. 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 Morning, Ren. It sure is beautiful out today, huh? Kind of stuffy in here, though. Let's open a window, okay? Hey, you want to play with me? I want to play with dolls, too. Cross is working at the moment, so we've got some free time. He sure seems to be getting nominated a lot lately. Maybe that's what people are into these days. Let me give you a useful tip, Ren. Let's be sure to say it would be my pleasure. Saying it, that makes everyone smile. No matter what you have to do, or what people do to you, always say it would be my pleasure. Funny how that works, right? After all, it's the customers you're pleasing, not you. We're all here to protect you, and that's why we make it so that you don't need to see a thing.
Ren. Ooh.
I'm fine. It's nothing you need to worry about, Ren. There's a few tricks that make it really simple to manage once you know them, so don't worry about me. You just focus on being happy like you always are. That's a good girl. If you're happy, I'm happy. Let me give you one too. I use this all the time. The best thing to do is try to imagine how your customer is feeling. Like this must feel really good for them. They seem to love me doing this, or it's not enough to make you stop feeling pain, but does stop you needing to worry about doing unpleasant things. Always try to think about what you can do to make the customer happy. That's key. We're all here to protect you, and that's why we make it so you don't need to see a thing.
Ren.
Yeah, I don't know why either. They said it's some kind of new game, but I don't get it. Don't worry about me, though. I'm fine, honest. I'm used to it. It doesn't even hurt me anymore. As long as I can come back and find you here, I can deal with anything. Well, I suppose I should say something, too. You should never cry and say you're sorry to a customer. Saying sorry just makes them want to hurt you more, no matter how much it hurts. No matter how sad you feel, don't ever cry. Don't ever say sorry, because no one ever forgives you, even if you do. We're all here to protect you and make it so you don't need to see a thing. So don't you worry, Ren. What are you doing, Ren? The color of sin? Huh? Ha ha, how lovely. That's very true, Ren. There are no others. There's only me and you here. I'm sure. From the very start, it's just been me and you. No others. Now let's draw together, shall we? I just told you that I'm fine. This is all your fault. This is all your fault. Everything is your fault. You wasted no time in killing all the others. Why are you letting me live for so long? It's all your fault. Why haven't you killed me? It's all your fault. Why haven't you killed me? It's all your fault. Why haven't you killed me? I'm already dead as it is. Why won't you kill me? Ren.
All of them have gone.
Oh shit, it was little Joshua. And it's slightly littler low. Oh no. What? Those subhuman monsters.
Can people even keep living on? Can people even keep living on like this? Can you even call someone in the state alive?
I'm guessing she inflicted all these cross-like marks on herself, probably in order to maintain her own sanity.
She wanted to keep living that much? This is a living human.
Man, we heard about this. I don't like that we're actually seeing it now.
I want to see what she's like when she's really alive, Lo. Can we take her into the society?
Is this gonna keep going? 5. The dream goes on. Well, at least we're past...
You're strong, Ren.
That was what Joshua told me one day. It wasn't something I'd heard before either. You're strong. Ren? Yes, I am. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong!
As an enforcer candidate, Ren proved to be exceptionally capable.
Then one day, Joshua disappeared, and the world just kept on turning. Just where has Joshua gone, anyway? All he said was that he was going away to do a job, and it was going to take a while. I wanted him to know that I have become a proper enforcer now. I wanted to introduce him to my real papa and mama, too. But I suppose all of that can wait. He'll come back eventually. I know he will. And then he can tell me about what he did while he was away. But he'll definitely be back. He will.
Girl. Girl, girl.
A baby? How sweet. He's so cute. A brand new life, clean and pure, and untainted by anything. He's probably a good child. He'll be raised well and grow up to be a fine, respectable adult. Unlike me. That path was closed to me long ago. I hope you'll find happiness, nameless child.
Why? Oh, shit. He really is cute, isn't he? He looks just like his mother. There, that's a good boy.
I still regret what happened to our last
No, 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 stop. Okay, game's over. We're done playing. Nope.
But it looks like the goddess didn't abandon us after all.
Now, I thought we weren't going to talk about that anymore. We need to leave the past in the past.
I suppose you're right. It's sad, but it's probably what you would want, too.
Gurgle, gurgle.
There we go. Who's the good little baby? Ren. Impure children. The past. What happened to our last child? Really?
Oh no. Yep, I'm right. She gonna kill them all.
That was what I was? From the very beginning? From the day I was born, I was...
Ren?
Ren. Oh. Hello.
As enforcers, we have the freedom to do whatever we want, whenever we want. It's up to you what you want to do. I won't make that choice for you. I can't help but wonder whether they're even worth the effort of cutting down, but that is your choice to make.
I wander indifferently in a place that exists beyond good and evil, beyond life and death. There is no fortune or misfortune, no happiness, no sadness. White and black tear into me, heaven and earth torment me. I've been defiled. Where does it begin and where does it end? I don't belong anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. But the world just keeps on turning around me. Unbeknownst to me, the world just kept on turning. But that's fine. The world is always turning for my sake. That's why I've got nothing to feel sad about. I don't care about some silly imposters. They're not my real papa and mama. I have Patermater now.
Oh, whew. Okay, good. So she didn't kill her parents. Okay, maybe.
It's so cold.
Aw.
Huh? Thanks, Patermater. That's right. I'm in the right. I'm in the right. I'm always happy. I'm always having fun. Because I'm... The world doesn't revolve just around you. It won't always change just because you demand it. It should be obvious, because I really care about you, Ren. I won't lecture anymore. Ren, you answer how your heart tells you. It's almost dawn. Let's go.
She's gonna like hop up on. It's like hop, hop. Yep, I remember this.
We're going to Crossbell. Once we're high enough, switch off your boosters and switch to your regular flight engines.
To Crossbell! Huzzah! Side story. Paradise Finish. I do not like nothingness. Okay. That was pretty bleak. I don't like it. Alright, so that just leaves us with the last one. Alright, so... Only once you have completed all the other doors. Okay, well we have, so... All is one and one is all. All begins with one and in the end it returns to one. Only when you have released all the other doors shall this one open. Open the door. Okay. Star Chamber.
I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing.
Okay, so what's the last star door gonna have in store for us? Ooh, video cutscene? Nice. Ah, okay, so we get to see what Ouroboros was up to.
Ugh. Hey, Blue Blanc. Don't just stand there, say something.
Why should I be the one to break the silence? Words have no meaning in the face of such a splendorous sight. All there is for us to do is to be overwhelmed and awed by the spectacle before us.
Bah! The others still haven't come back either. Kinda crummy ending to this whole shtick, huh?
Ren left the city and has since departed this region. Luciola is missing, but no good can come from us fretting up for her safety.
Oh, no worries on that front. Just think it'd be a waste for a woman like her to die so early. So, you know, here's hoping she didn't lose her life for nothing.
I quite agree. As for Lo, I fear the odds of him making it out alive are non-existent.
Yeah, damn it, if I'd known this was gonna happen, I would have finally made him fight me. I was always finding excuses to get out of it.
Well, unlike us, he had a clear and specific purpose for taking part in all this even. And it looks like he may well have been able to achieve that at that. Though he met his end, I have an inkling that he at least is satisfied with the ending to the story even.
Blech.
You smell like smoking and drinking.
Hard to believe it's all over.
What? What's happening? I thought we were going to use that floating city to rule Liberal. Thought we were going to use it to rule the whole continent. So why is this happening? This wasn't supposed to happen. Wait, did anyone ever actually say we were going to do that? Was I just thinking it on my own? I was, wasn't I? Arg! I hate my life. All I seem to do is get humiliated by them and abused by Lord Campanella lately. And to top it all off, this happens? Just what have we all been doing?
Oh, hey, it's Lord Campanella.
I feel like hosting a game show today.
Lord Campanella, I'm relieved to see you're well, sir.
Hehe, the same to you, fine gentlemen. I'm thoroughly impressed with your work ethic. It takes guts to dedicate yourselves to your duty, even at a time like this. You should see what's happening outside. It's a sight to see, you know. All the mirror in the world couldn't buy you tickets to see a show this incredible. You're not too late to check out the show if you head out now. Why not go take a peek? I won't tattle.
We couldn't possibly. We wouldn't dream of abandoning our post without permission.
Haha, I suppose you wouldn't after the training you've been through. Well, no matter. Now mind letting me inside. I've got something I need to take care of in the sanctuary, you see.
Sir? But we've been ordered to not let anyone inside without the professor's permission. Even you, Lord Campanella.
He's as dead as you'll be if you won't let me through. I don't think even I can get a dead man's permission now, can I?
What? But that's just not possible.
Oh dear, is my word worth that little to you? I'm hurt. Maybe I should have a little fun with you like I always do with darling Gilbert. That might make you a little more inclined to have more faith in me.
We weren't. We never once doubted your word, so you need not trouble yourself on our behalf.
That's lovely to hear. Well then, why don't you go outside and watch the show like I suggested? You're under no obligation to guard this place now that the man who ordered you to is no more.
Gladly, sir. Good luck with your business, sir.
Yeah, I can see why this was the last one.
They may have served their purpose now, but it seems a terrible waste to steal their memories and toss them out like garbage. Maybe I should put them under my command. Even all that noise going on outside can't reach this far inside the ship by the looks of it. Just as well, I couldn't fulfill my role otherwise.
Oh.
Requesting access. I, Enforcer Number 0, Campanella the Fool, hereby request access to the celestial globe in place of the third Ennui, George Weissman.
Oh shit. We're going to get to see... We're gonna get to see some crazy shit, it looks like. Celestial globe.
We've been waiting for you.
Hee, already here, I see.
Oh. This ought to be interesting. Okay, 4 and 6. 5 and... Ooh, okay. So we get to see some...
I certainly never envisioned that the Faceless would perish.
Poor thing. All the trouble he caused, his old friends finally caught up with him. And so, how exactly did he die? I'm simply dying to know.
Oh, I wish you could have seen it. The poor fellow was turned completely to salt, from the top of his head to the tips of his toes. And then it all came crumbling down into itty-bitty pieces.
Oh my, what a chilling way to go. I do wish I could have been there to witness it for myself.
So he fell victim to the results of that singularity in Northumbria, did he? Ah, I would have loved to have seen the real thing when it first happened. Who'd have seen that coming? That guy never seemed to let his guard down, even for a second. I imagine it was the work of a Dominion. Almost certainly the fifth, the position everyone previously believed to be vacant.
All right. Guess that explains why he screwed up. So, what's the Fifth Dominion's name then? Kevin Graham. He calls himself the Heretic Hunter, and he studied under the one and only Cornelia. He seemed like a real riot, too. Twisted in all the right places.
He studied under Cornelia now?
Now I'm even more interested in it.
You've got to be kidding me, Abyss. After how into Leonhardt you were? You're not even going to mourn his loss for more than a second before setting your eyes on a new guy?
Oh my, you've got me all wrong. I assure you that I'm mourning Leon's death in my own way. He's not a man I'll likely ever forget, especially as I could never get him to show even the slightest hint of interest in me to the very end.
I knew she was a chick. Indeed. He truly was a skilled swordsman. His loss will be keenly felt. He was the only one among the enforcers who was able to cross blades with you, I believe. Certainly of those I fought against. I often asked him to humor me with my training. I always felt as though there was a chance he may surpass me as a swordsman one day. It makes knowing he lost his life before having a chance that much more difficult to bear. In my opinion, the loss of the Blade Lord isn't all that significant when you look at the bigger picture. A tiny predictable loss in our overall combat abilities. Now, the loss of the Angel of Slaughter will have much more of a long-term impact.
Oh, the chick with the scythe? I wonder if she'll come back in the end. She seemed pretty confused.
That's a decision for her and her alone to make. We may be above them in the Ouroboros hierarchy, but that doesn't give us the right to order them around. That is the way of the society. But still, Professor, all of us here are well aware of the importance of the Gordius series. But this is a law decided by the Grandmaster.
Oh, so he's... okay.
Surely you are aware of what that means.
You only need to look at Weissman's obsession with that black-haired boy to see what can come from being too fixated on someone.
Indeed, that very obsession proved to be his undoing. Isn't that right, Campanella?
You could definitely argue it was one of the factors that led to his failure, yes? Kevin seemed like he was trying to use it to his advantage, too.
All right, I'll drop the issue. But know that as long as the 13 factories are in my care, the Gordius series will be of unparalleled importance to me. So I'll be keeping an eye on her from here on to observe how well the one she has is functioning. Certainly, we'll leave that to you. I believe we've talked for long enough. The time has come for the Grand Master's advent.
Is that so?
How thrilling.
Ooh. I see you have all gathered. Yes, Grandmaster. With the exception of the third Angui, all are present and accounted for. Very good. You deserve my thanks for observing all that transpired as my representative, Campanella.
I'm pleased to hear as much, Grandmaster. I imagine you are already aware of what transpired during the gospel plan, even without me relaying the details. But allow me to fulfill my most important duty.
Oh my!
So that's...
That's the Oriole! Thank you. If only the price we paid to obtain it weren't so great. Weissman, Leonhardt. To say nothing of the countless other sacrifices, both human and otherwise, that arose through this plan. I and I alone bear responsibility for each and every one of them. That is simply not true! Please do not place the burden of blame upon yourself. The Faceless alone was at fault for his death.
But if anyone should take the blame, it's we Angui who chose to overlook his behavior rather than steer him back on the right track.
No, I half expected that this is what would happen. Yet I chose to leave all of the decisions in his hands. I did so because I believed that to be necessary for this world, but nonetheless, the blame is unequivocally mine. Oh, Grandmaster! Why must you blame yourself so? There will inevitably be a reaction to what has happened in time, but I imagine the Church will act regarding that. Let us leave the matter to them.
As you wish.
I must admit that my curiosity is piqued, but it shall be as you desire.
In that case, what should all of us do now? The bells in the west have rang, and the first pact applies no more. I hereby proclaim the completion of the first phase of the Orpheus final plan, the Gospel Plan, and the initiation of its second phase, the Phantasmal Blaze Plan.
Very well. Leave everything to us. We, your loyal Angui, in accordance with your wishes, shall now fully devote ourselves to the execution of your plan.
That was pretty dope, honestly.
So, it's time for the Phantasmal Blaze Plan to begin, huh? The stage is set at the very least. It's going to utterly dwarf the Gospel Plan in terms of both quality and scale. Things are finally about to get interesting. By the way, I might be the last person you want to hear this from, but... would you mind stopping the whole peeping in thing, mysterious stranger?
Oh shit. Did he just break the fourth wall on me? Oh, starry-eyed. Side story, Phantasmal Blaze finished. Receive Brilliant Crown and 30,000 Mira. Yo, we just got... Okay, that was pretty dope, honestly. Alright, so... Okay, so she's going to be our leader. We'll toss in Olivier and Mueller. Okay, so let's see if they have any better weapons they can use. Like how her staff's all taped up. Alright, so Juggernaut and... Okay, that should be significantly better. How about Charizard? Charizard has nothing. Come on. Okay, neither does he. Alright, so let them buy some shit from the shop for them. Alright, so buy the best... Catacombs for him, just because. Iron Whip. Yes. Desperado. And... Ooh. Surcoat, Force Gators, and Night Goggles we can take off. And, okay, let's go upgrade some slots. equip some ordnance. Alright, let's start grinding. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Well. And good. Whoa. Happy Trigger 3, Bind Whip 3, and cool. Alright, good. Wow, I think we're going to need to make some upgrades after all. Okay, Mueller... he's fine. Alright, let's... Oh boy, that's not good. And that's okay. Jesus Christ, look at how far behind Mueller is. Judgment card 2. Ooh, Judgment card 2. Alright, cool.
I call this Requiem for
Oh god, he's still too weak. Chain 3, Hound Gale 2. Alright, cool. Like I said, I just want to try to get everyone up to at least 130. Requiem Hearts. Oof. God, what is in the back of my throat? Still not quite there yet. Oh god, a doppelganger Olivier? That's not gonna be fun. Good riddance.
Seems you came up short.
Okay, eine kleine. Eine kleine? What the hell is eine kleine? Let's see. Eine kleine, eine kleine. What the hell is eine kleine? It's gotta be something here. Is eine kleine a weapon, perhaps, for someone? Here we go. Eine kleine. Okay, I think that's actually weaker than the current weapon I have for him. Yes, it is.
We're good to go.
True righteous. Ooh, true righteous witness, huh? All right, cool. So he's got an upgrade. Cool.
Oh, you rule.
Well, at least it looks like Estelle finally leveled up. Wait, did I ever give him his better weapon? Is that why he sucks so bad? Oh my god, no wonder they both sucked. God, I am such a dumbass. Alright, there we go. Now that's much better. There we go. Cool. Looks like Scheherazard's almost done. This goes to show you how important weapons are. That's how I did 1998 damage. Nice. Blade Dancer 2 and Lucky Fang.
We're good to go.
Okay, Scheherazard's almost done. It looks like little Olivier's almost pretty close too.
Seems you came up short.
Okay. Okay, so they're both at 128. I can live with that. Why do only some of them turn? That's what bothers me. Like, some of them turn, others don't.
That was the sword of Vander.
We're almost there. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, crud. Ah, double crud. Are they both Rens? I don't like this. Ah.
My soul and sword.
Okay, let's see what true righteous witness looks like. Made sure it's an upgrade. Did he always have that negative effect?
There is nothing my sword cannot cut.
Okay, it looks like Olivier is at... I was about to say, did that actually touch anyone?
That was the sword of Vander.
Okay, looks like Charizard is done, and that just leaves... Ah, crud. Oh, and, alright, Estella also leveled up a little. Cool. Wait, did I get, like, double rushes?
Seems you can't.
That's nuts. Ah, crud.
I call this Requiem for a Doomed Opponent. Give me a little left. Take that! And there's napalm!
Take that, and the Snapalm.
Enjoy the show.
Okay, Olivier's all set. That just leaves us with Mueller, who appears to almost be there anyway, so hopefully it won't take too much longer to finish him up.
Take that! There is nothing my sword cannot cut.
Okay, and they're done. Alright, so let's go back to base. Save up. And switch out for the next batch.
Let's
Okay.
move out.
Yep, you're up. Okay, and next will be... let's do... Chloe.
Let's go!
And Annalise, and wow, he's already almost there.
Right!
I didn't even reach the first fiend, honestly. Kind of impressed. Okay, so let's do this thing. Oh, wait. I made a mistake. Or did I? Huh.
Not done yet.
Okay, look price 2 and supreme piercing. Ooh, true. Alright, cool. Okay, so where's everybody at now then? Okay, oh, I already did give her a Crimson Eye. Ah, crud. Man, does vanishing just like totally knock out all of your
Not done yet.
EP? That's just so weird to me, you know? It's like, I don't even know, man. No, okay, good.
Oh yeah!
Oh, okay. She needs a new weapon. Oh. And I need to get out of here.
Oh yeah!
Okay, let's go back to base and stock up on a few more supplies. Bye. Okay, and also Omen Breakers and oh. Literally right in the nick of time, huh?
Not done yet.
Okay. Making some decent headway here. Man, I might actually be done early at this rate. Like, I was honestly worried for a while there that I wouldn't even be able to finish everything up I wanted to get done here. Just straight up punched her in the gut. Ah, excuse me. Okay, so they're at 127. Of course that thing would be resistant to. Oh, no.
Or am I?
Well, at least Joshua finally leveled up. Oh, that's what else I should have did. I'll do that as soon as I'm done leveling them up, then.
That's that. Let's move.
Let's see if I can unlock everyone's slots, you know? Just to make things that much easier for me. What the hell did he miss?
They messed with the wrong guy.
Okay, Lord. Okay, Supreme. Okay, so 2 more levels for my little ducklings. Still definitely got more mileage out of this, so that's for damn sure. Oh, come on. Wait, oh, okay. Alright. I'm glad that Joshua was the one who hit you, because... Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Well, that takes care of that.
Oh, come on. How is that a surprise attack? Bollocks.
We're not done yet.
Ooh, so we're just sort of treading water at this point, huh? Alright. That's fine. Okay, 129s, feeling fines. Oh, that's definitely an interesting setup. Almost there.
That's that. Then. Let's move out.
Alright, Chloe's done. Just leaves these other two. Oh boy. And dead. Oh, come on. 2 in a row? Really?
That's that then. Let's move out.
Okay, cool. Alright, so they're done. Okay, so that just leaves us with...
Okay.
Let's move out. Understood.
Take it.
Everyone else is at least 130. Okay. Oh, okay, so they're all done then. Alright, cool. Alright. Time for just a little more grinding, and then we're gonna call it quits.
Justice must always prevail.
Okay. Cool. So that's one level down for her.
Not done yet.
Okay, and...
Adequate performance.
Okay, Mirageburg 2. Alright.
We're good to go.
Okay. Alright, they're up to 133.
We're good to go.
Okay, Richard's all set. You may get an extra level out of this.
Justice must always prevail.
We're not done yet.
Okay, Estelle and Julia leveled up. And
That's
good
that.
riddance.
Let's move out.
It's like, I'm wondering if that pun of male beast and female beast was in the original Japanese.
Inadequate.
I mean, I think it's clever, so I like it, but I'm just wondering if it was there or it's just a little flourish that X-Seed added. I don't know.
Justice must always prevail.
So yeah, even though I've decided that I'm not going to be streaming any more of the Trails games after this, I am actively thinking of keeping a journal for the rest of the games I play through. Because I write up the little journal entries that go with these videos.
We're good to go.
I don't know, I may ask other people about that at some point in the future. Probably very soon. Because I am planning on getting through at least Crossbell and Nayuta next year, and honestly, I'm honestly aiming to get through Cold Steel
Justice
1
must always prevail.
as well, just because I feel like that would be a good thing to work on. I kind of want to keep up and I'm sure that this is stupid, but I want to keep up a trend of doing like at least 3 of these mainline games per year.
Justice must always prevail.
Wonder if Joshua will get enough to. Okay, let's just skip. Ah, damn it. Oh, hey, it
We're
worked.
good to go.
Okay, so one more battle against this big guy should give Joshua the push he needs to get to 134. Fine, someone just do it already. Thank you. Okay, alright, and we are done. Okay, cool. So, let's just get the final party ready
Let's go.
of who I'm intending to take
Let's
in.
move out.
Oh, wait, what? No.
Okay.
Let's move out.
Yep, okay, so that's going to be my final party. As you can see, everyone else is at least level 130. They have decent enough equipment to do some actual damage. Let's check out the orbments before we go. I didn't need to buy that, did I? Oh well. HP 3. I want a water gem here. Oh. Athelis? Oh. Okay, yeah, no, that's definitely helpful. Do we have any other time gem? Okay. No, I think I'm good with just that. Alright, so let's see. Detection. Move 3. Emerald. EP. Alright, and Estelle is all set, and that just leaves Joshua, who... Okay, yeah, no, we don't want that. Okay, I think we're all good. Okay, so next time I'm gonna start up the final area of the game. Isn't that gonna be fun? So, just going to say goodbye then, and sign off. So until next time, this has been Back the Log Off. I'm Professor Icepick. See you next time.